Happy New Year! Holy crap, we made it to another year. How in the heck did that happen? These years keep going by, longer and longer, deeper and deeper. Is 2025 any different than 2024? No, not really, but it may get better. I'm sure it's better for others and worse for more, but I don't know. I don't know. So we'll wait until somebody comes in the chat. We'll see how long this can go for. But garbage in the building. Stat, we have garbage in the building. Stat 1212. Rock boys in the building. Woot woot. Oh, LSU. All the way. I think LSU won today. I don't know. I have to check the scores later. Damn it. Garbage, I need you to release the arrest video. I'm telling you, you'll get millions of dollars. People got to start listening to me nowadays. Mini soup. Yes. Yes. I am ready for my game tomorrow. We will lose to the Buccaneers so the Falcons won't make the playoffs. I am so ready. I don't care if we lose 10-0 or 107-0. We lose, the Falcons don't make the playoffs. So, if we win, the Falcons win the division. We can't have the Falcons making the playoffs. That's no. We can't be helping the Falcons. So I am actually making sure we lose tomorrow so the Falcons don't get in. But of course, our luck, the Saints will pull off a fluke victory. So yeah, it is what it is. Other than that, football season's basically over. I don't have really a dog in the fight. Yeah, it probably is. It probably is the game we're going to win. Well, a lot of the players that are injured might play tomorrow, which makes no sense. Chris Olave, who ain't played since week 6 with 3 concussions, he may come back. So I don't know. There's a chance that Derek Carr plays. Why, I don't know. There's a chance that Kamara plays. I doubt it, though. Just this season's been riddled, completely riddled with injuries. Take out the injuries, we would have won 12, 13 games easily. That's what happens when your team gets injured and you have a general manager that just doesn't really give a shit anymore. He's playing off his laurels. I hope Gail Benson wakes up and fires his ass, but he's got a job for life because he's the vice president also, so he's not going anywhere. And I doubt he steps down as general manager, lets Kai Hartley run the shit. Kai Hartley's going to get picked up by a team, and that team instantly going to make the playoffs and win the Super Bowl. I mean, look at all the players we let go in the last 3 years that are making the Pro Bowl, that's on a playoff team. We let all our depth go. That's the problem. Mickey Loomis was like, nah, he overpaid too much money. We're in cap hell, which we usually get around. But, yeah, Mickey Loomis is delusional. He keeps thinking Dennis Allen's a wonderful head coach. He probably still thinks Dennis Allen is the head coach. Funny enough, the number one option, because I know how Mickey Loomis thinks. He's going to go with somebody he knows. And chances are he's going to sign Aaron Glenn. He's going to get Aaron Glenn from the Lions. He's going to bring him back to the Saints, which would be good. Wouldn't be my first choice. I would get Aaron Glenn back as defensive coordinator. I wouldn't make a defensive coordinator a head coach because we just went through this shit. But for the right price, he's going to start poaching everybody back who left. He's going to get them back. Honestly, I think we should keep Darren Rizzi. So, you don't know about this because your team hasn't been winning for so long, but Generally, when a team does good for so long, the shitty teams start to poach your good players and your coaches. Remember, the Saints were winning 12 games every year for like 6-7 years in a row. And then they poached Dan Campbell, and Dan Campbell took 4 or 5 of the Saints' assistants. And that's why the Lions are winning. Dan Campbell said, nah, we ain't going to lose this shit anymore. He probably overthrew the Ford family and said, look, I'm tired of this shit. Spend some money. And that's what he probably did. I gotta turn on my fan. I'm hot as hell. I don't care if this thing rattles. Not gonna. I don't know who runs your team. I have no idea who runs your team. I do not know. I know who runs my team. Well, I thought I knew who ran the team, but I don't know. No. But think of it like this. Aaron Glenn's offered a head coaching job. He's probably going to take it. I mean, your first time head coach, he's probably going to take it. I wouldn't think he wouldn't, you know? And, you know, so it is what it is. I just know how Mickey Loomis operates. He's going to pick somebody he knows. And the top person out there he knows is Aaron Glenn. Whether or not he's going to hire him as coach, I don't think the Saints have had a black coach before. I don't think they have. So that would be a first. Hey, I don't care if they have an Asian coach. I don't care if they have a Hispanic coach. If we win a Super Bowl, I don't give a shit. They can paint themselves yellow and blue. I don't care. As long as we win, I give no shits. But Mickey Loomis needs to step down as his general manager. Let Kai Hartley do his thing. And we'll see. But, yes. I'm rooting for the Saints to lose tomorrow so Atlanta doesn't make the playoffs. Right. Say it with me. Fuck Atlanta. I'm going to put the curse of Bobby Lane back on your team if you keep converting me. I promise you, I will call upon the spirit of Bobby Lane to put another 50-year curse on your damn team. If you keep trying to, maybe if you release the cam footage I'm telling you, people don't listen to me in life. Seriously. Put the video on YouTube, get 5 trillion hits, and become a millionaire. Simple as that. You don't have to worry about anything that's in. Join the dark side. No, my friend. The dark side. No, we don't speak of the dark side in the NFL locker room. That is a blasphemy. The dark side. Funny you say that. My friend got a Jedi sword the other day, and he got it painted in Saints gear. And he turned off the light and he's like, vroom, 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 who that? So, pretty hysterical that happened. But, no. We can't be rooting for other teams. And, I would root for the Lions if it helps the Saints, but I got no dog in that fight. I'm a who dat for life. Who dat, baby? Who dat all the way? Who dat? Go LSU. That's yeah. Well, I've had some stuff going on, so and probably I was sleeping. I've been sleeping the last couple of days. I mean, I have been feeling blah. I was feeling blah yesterday on Cajun Stream. So Well, I'll tell you this. Someone that with the attack, I don't really want to say per se, but I kind of knew one of those people. I wasn't friends with them, but I dealt with them in the past. It's somebody that that used to come where I worked at a few times, so I kind of know one of those people, or I knew one of those people. So yeah, I'm kind of like, well, that's never good. Harder, you know. Oddly enough, I always watched Untold Stories of the ER. It's on the one of the Pluto channels. I have it on right now. I'm just watching it, and so, but Cajun lives 3 hours away from New Orleans. Cajun's not any harm whatsoever. Now me, I'm about 45 minutes away. But strangely enough, the guy that did it, I kind of find this weird that the guy who did it, the guy that did the Vegas, and the guy that had tried to assassinate Trump, the two guys from the Vegas and the New Orleans thing were both soldiers of the army. The guy that did this, the guy that laid down in the grass, visited Fort Hood, where the other two guys were. All three of these people have a connection to each other. They were all at Fort Hood. I mean, was it Fort Hood or Fort Bragg? It might be Fort Bragg, but they were all Army soldiers. Well, the first two were. The I can't watch anything now. I'll watch it later. I can't switch. If I get out of here and I go on Twitter, it shuts my stream down. I can't do it. I cannot I cannot go back. If I can't pull up another tab, I don't have two tabs. If I ever get a thing from my computer, I will do it. No, the Cajun's closer to Texas. Cajun's 3 hours away. I'm about 45 minutes away. But oddly enough, the guy who did this down here, they found bomb making materials in Mandeville, and that's not that far. So this guy lived out this way apparently, but you know, yeah, I'm a psychic too. You watch, I'm gonna be a psychic. I predict that Trump will win the presidency and take office on January 20th. Holy shit! I've been saying that for 4 years. See how psychic I am? Well, I will say this. Mayor Cantrell is an idiot. She's a moron. Ann Kirkpatrick, the police chief, is an idiot. That attack should not have happened. You know why it shouldn't have happened? They took down the barricades. They took them down. There's usually barricades where you can't even, they block off the streets, especially Canal and Bourbon. Canal and Bourbon is the most busiest intersection in the French Quarter, period. Other than Bienview on the other side and Iberville on the other side of that, which he went down Iberville. They had barricades there. They took them down the day before, knowing that they got the Sugar Bowl and the Super Bowl. So I'm not saying anything on it, but just read between the lines. They took down the fucking barricades in that one spot. So They should have never took the barricades down. And it happened at 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 in the morning. So it's crazy. Oh, and you know who's coming down here, right? Mr. President Senile. You know this guy actually blamed Trump for this attack? Seriously. Who's president right now? I mean, we all know it's Trump, obviously, but he's not been sworn in. But who supposedly is running this country? It's Obama. Now, why they got to go after my town, my city, my state? We ain't New York. We ain't, you know, it's crazy. Another thing, the Las Vegas attack, right? The guy shoots himself. He blows himself up. His body is unrecognizable. Yet his ID is basically intact with a few burn marks. Explain that theory to me. The truck or SUV, whatever he was in, boom, explodes. You can't find anything, but yet mysteriously this guy's ID basically survives. Something is just like, but hell. So I don't want to get too much into that because it's crazy. And I'm sure YouTube will try to screw me. But all right, well, don't type. I don't put the thing in the chat. I believe in psychics. I believe in mediums. I do. But anybody could go out there and say, "Oh yeah, there's going to be an attack in 4 months." Anybody can do that. Throw me specific dates. Throw me specific times. This guy at 3:32 in the morning on January 1st is going to go boom. Do that. You know? I mean, hell. So it is what it is. Let's see. I'm gonna start having cheerful chats. No negativity, because I'm accused way too much of negativity. That's probably why a lot of the people I used to come on my channel disappeared. So from now on, we're gonna have positivity. I'm not talking about any more politics anymore. I'm not talking about any disasters. What's the point? I'm gonna be talking about positive stuff because I need positivity. So all I know is if I had an arrest video, that son of a bitch would have been on YouTube already. I would have put that goddamn thing on YouTube the very first second it happened. Within 20 minutes, I would have put that sucker on YouTube. Because usually videos like that go viral. There is a channel that does body cam that I watch, and it gets every video 2, 3, 4, 5, 600,000 views. One of them's got like 12 million views. So, but why would I want to share it? It's not my property. It's your property. Who would I share it to? Who would I possibly share it to? Not my property. I don't want to get sued. I'll do the play-by-play. I'll post the video. No, I won't. But I would post the video and do play-by-play. The arresting cop. Certainly. I just do it in Three Stooges mode. I'm a victim of circumstance. I didn't have the cop looking all goofy. Seriously, you should just post the video and dub over it where they can't actually hear it. That's because I haven't been on Facebook. I can't add you. I can't put if I don't go on there. Besides, I forgot the name. I wrote it down somewhere, but I forgot the name. I don't remember. Where's my pen? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Cajuns is under Boulouquet. So I'm the funny looking dude on there. It's no. Cajun's got a lot of friends anyway. I'm the funny looking dude. Just send me a message on Twitter. I forget things. If I don't do it in the spur of the moment, I've just been busy with a lot of shit. Oh, you ain't gonna find my face. I don't have a picture of my face on there. You won't find my face. Cajun's 3 hours away. Cajun's more closer to Texas. So he's way out the blast zone. Me, yeah, I'm not. I'm about 45 minutes away. Well, that's with traffic. I'm probably a good 35, 40 miles. So, plus I've been busy with shit lately, so I haven't had time to. No. Trust me, as a native of Louisiana, I stay out the French Quarter. I have not been to the French Quarter in about 6 or 7 years. Yeah, it's been about 7 years. Number one, I don't go to the French Quarter on New Year's. No, that's a no-no. You will get shot. Something bad will happen. It usually does. Number two, don't go to the French Quarter at night. You will probably get shot. It usually happens. Even though there's cameras everywhere and the cops are always around, there's always shit. So I haven't been. Yeah, it's been about 6 or 7 years probably since I've been to the French Quarter. So no, I don't go anywhere for New Year's. I stay home. I don't even do fireworks anymore. I was out by no, idiots around here they're still shooting fireworks. I fell asleep about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. But even if I did go out there, I wouldn't have been out there at 3:30 in the morning. Now, my friend actually works a few blocks off of Bourbon and Canal Street at the casino, which is about a couple of blocks down. He works out overnight. Luckily, Tuesday was his night off. He would have been at work when this happened. So he would have been a few blocks. So he probably would have been closer. So he would have been really in the danger zone. Because I'm looking at this footage and I go, that's not Bourbon Street. That's Canal Street. I'm like, that is not fucking Bourbon Street. But then I looked at the side view and I went, oh, wait. Because they were not showing Bourbon Street. They were showing Well, he's usually off on Mondays and Tuesdays, so yeah, he would have been at work because he works overnight like you do. He works 10 to 7. 10 to 7. So he would have been at work, but he passes through that section to get home. Canal Street goes all the way to Mississippi. Goes all the way down there. The casino, it used to be Harris. It's now Caesars. It's right on the Mississippi River. It's right by the water. And then you got the river walking. There's the Mississippi River. So Canal and Bourbon. Next to Bourbon, I think you got Iberville. But because I know where that spot is. I've passed by that spot many times over the years. When they showed the Walgreens. When I saw it at first, I was like, that's Canal Street. You know. No. But yeah, they had a barricade there. They took the barricade down because it was broken, and they did not put a new one up. So, once again, Mayor Cantrell, she's useless. She's completely useless. She's standing there. John Kennedy's like, we are going to give. John Kennedy should be the goddamn governor or the mayor of New Orleans. I mean, I know he's a senator. John Kennedy don't give a shit. But then again, if they would have had barricades there, he would have probably found a way and went somewhere else. Because there's many places to go around the corner. But, you know. So, I mean, it's crazy. Oh yeah. Well, they found in a home in Mandeville. They found a bunch of bomb explosives. So, and that's actually closer to where I'm at than the French Quarter is. I got a body of water that's between there and there. Now, where I grew up at is right on the Mississippi, 8 miles from New Orleans. Not even less than 8 miles by the water. If you go around, it's probably like 15, 20 miles. But so I grew up very close to New Orleans, right on the water. If I ever go back to my parish, I haven't been down there in about 5 or 6 years, and I really want to move back down there one day. You know, Katrina took it out, and then a lot of the Mexicans started to take it over, which, you know, hopefully they'll get kicked out pretty soon. So yeah, one of these days, me and my friend will go down to the battlefield again. The anniversary is coming up, January 8th, 1815. So it's 210 years. The War of 1812. Andrew Jackson fought the British on the Chalmette Plantation, which is the Chalmette battlefield. I've been there numerous times. I used to go there all the time as a kid. Right next door, they got the cemetery. And people, well, I think there's a few spots where veterans can still get buried. There ain't many. That's where they were filming NCIS New Orleans and caught me and my friends on camera. Still never paid us to this day, bastards. They got a loophole. They got around it. Although I talked to someone recently that said they got you on film without your permission, they have to pay you. So someone told me I could file a complaint with the SAG, Screen Actors Guild, and get extra pay, which is something like 500 and something bucks. So, I mean, you can't see me and my friends clear enough, but you can still see us on that episode because they were filming in the cemetery. I mean, you know, I actually saw that episode just recently. I don't remember the name of it, the name of that particular episode, but they're filming in the cemetery, and right where the cemetery is right beyond the cemetery. You got the levee, which you can walk from the Domino Sugar Refinery, where they got it gated off, all the way to the other refinery, to the chemical and oil refinery. That day, me and my friend were walking down. In between, they got this old thing that used to be called Fayetteville. It used to be an African American town. In the 60s, they bulldozed it, they kicked everyone out, they demolished it, and they turned it into the park reserve. And so they got armed security guards there, but they don't bother people when they see people walking down the levee. But funny enough, that particular day, they had the refinery gates open. And I'm just like, that is really odd that the refinery gates are open. But yeah, we're walking past this guy, and I'm just like, oh shit, he's gonna shoot us. He's got the rifle out. But we were just walking around and stuff and not doing much. But I have pictures of it from a few years ago. But my friend's got a video. I think it's still up on his YouTube, Dark Airwalk, of him going to cannon. Because every year they shoot the cannons, the replica cannons and stuff. And but this land, January 8th, 1815, is when General Andrew Jackson, with the help of John Lafitte and the pirates, fought the British at Rodriguez Canal, man-made canal. And I wanted the metal detector, but they said no metal detecting on the premises, but they don't have fucking cameras, so how the hell are they going to know, right? Because I'm sure there's musket balls and bullets around. I mean, unless somebody goes and tells these idiots that I'm metal detecting, I don't think they would, But it's right there on the water. So it's a piece of history. And there are a few people that actually filmed it on YouTube. I never got to go in the Osculus thing. It's always locked. But people actually went in there. Hell, one guy went, you can go in the bar guard house, but the second floor has always been locked. Some guy snuck up on the second floor. And no worries. I don't know how long I'm going for anyway. I only had 19 minutes left on StreamYards. It resets tomorrow, even though today's the 4th. So if for whatever reason I get cut off, then I don't have any more time on this, but I could do restream. But so I have options on that one. So oh yeah, today's Saturday. You're not at work today, okay? That would make sense. Okay, let me get out of this and do something real fast. Wait, hold on one sec. You might not hear me for a minute. Is it not coming up? Damn it. Hold on. I knew this was going to happen. Hmm. Come on, Restream. I'm streaming on. Oh. Okay, there we go. I guess it's working. Can't see the comments. Okay, there we go. Comments. Okay, let me see something. Nah. No, it didn't end. This is why I can't back out. This is why I cannot back out of a stream. I went to send you the link on Twitter. Boop. I hit the wrong button, so yeah. I just exited the studio. The stream's still going. I'm going to try it again. So you probably won't hear me for a second. Yeah, because I'm doing it on my phone, and when it does it, I'll go back to StreamYards, and it takes about 30 to 45 seconds. It'll freeze. It's just weird on the phone. On the laptop, I can put 100 tabs up. On the phone, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to put this on mute so you won't hear me for about a minute, but I'm not going anywhere. Even if you see the little circle thing, I'm still in the stream. As long as you see the welcome to the stream thing, I didn't end it. So hold on one sec. All right. So it's on there. And I can't see the damn comments again. What the hell? One of these flaws. Okay, come on, phone. All right, well, I can see the last 5 comments. Okay, whatever, it's all right. But, okay, I sent you the link, so if you want to pop up, go ahead. I sent you the link on there, on your twatter. Just click the thing that says StreamYards. I don't know if you use StreamYards or not, but on the twatter, on your Twitter. I don't put the links in the chat, because if you put links in chat, anybody can pop up. They won't be able to get on your stream, but they can do shit in the background. You click it, you put your screen name, whatever you want to put. You go in there, and voila, it says enter studio. And then I sit there and I approve you. Or I just tell you $5 maintenance fee. But yeah, no. I told a few people I was going doing this, but not many. So I don't expect many in here. But over time we'll see. Oh. Let me turn my fan down. Oh. Okay. Oop. Wait a minute. Oh, damn it. Click. Add.
What up?
Look, it's me.
I know it's me. Can you hear me?
Oh, hold on a sec. Yeah. Headphones in. It's me, but it's not me.
Can you hear me right now?
I hear you a little bit.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got my camera covered right now. Sorry.
Oh. You know, if you turn it, you can turn your camera off like you do it, like I have it. You don't have to show anything.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
What? It don't even show my display picture or nothing? That's kind of rude.
Do you have it on StreamYards?
No, I don't have StreamYards. This is the first time I've been on here.
Oh, well, you don't have it then.
So if I hit the wrong button, accidentally back out, I'm sorry.
No, I won't do that. You have to, okay, I got the volume up now. You have to put a picture in there when you're in. You can do it right now, like Cult 49 used to do it all the time. You hit, what is it, picture thing? Like, you could put your Lions picture up if you want, or whatever.
Put my display picture up. What does more do? Hold on. Let me see what more does.
Settings.
Camera, audio. Yeah, like
It's all.
I've never been on this.
Oh, it's pretty easy. I didn't do StreamYards for a while. The only reason I started StreamYards because when they hacked my YouTube, I couldn't go on the YouTube platform anymore and stream. So it was either this or Hangouts, but they got rid of Hangouts. I also use Restream. But I think on the phone you go to picture and whatever, and you can change it. Whatever picture you put in, it just show the picture.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more like the YouTube, because like on YouTube you can use the green screen now, and if you just cover up your camera, whatever your green screen is, your whole
you can do that on StreamYards to an extent, but I think you have to pay for that. Like StreamYards is free. They just added something with green screen. I just don't know how to do it. But I think you can green screen on StreamYards for the free version. But I just don't know how to do it. I think that's like in settings or something.
Now, how do I see people's chat if anybody's in the chat?
Oh, ain't nobody talking right now. You go to more, like when someone types something, you look at the bottom, it'll have a number. Under more, it'll have like 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll see it when it pops up. You have to keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
Basically, it's kind of it's a pain on the phone. But yeah, I sent out I sent one out to Cajun, but I don't know if he'll come up or not, because I was in his stream last night and I was feeling kind of blah. Plus he had 5 people on the panel. What did I need to be there for? I couldn't get a word in.
You were really quiet. Just disappeared.
Oh, well, no, I wasn't even paying attention to chat yesterday, honestly. I wasn't. Usually I'll look at chat and I'll comment. I wasn't looking at the chat.
Yeah, I told you last night. I was like, I gave everybody a sneak peek on my last live with my arrest video.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
You didn't respond, so I kind of figured you didn't see it.
I'm telling you, you should put that shit up. There's a channel I watch. I can't remember the name of it. They do body cam things. They get a shitload of views.
Look, I'm going to put it up. I just didn't really want to put it up until after I go to court, because I got to go to court on the 28th. And
okay.
Then I'm probably going to have to go to court again, because when I go to court on the 28th, that's just basically to say if I'm guilty or not guilty. And obviously I'm going with not guilty, and then I'm going to have to set up
You know that cop's not going to show up. He's not going to show up. And if he doesn't show up, they just let you go. They just say case dismissed.
He probably will. I hope he does. Honestly, I hope he does. I hope he brings the dash cam. I hope he brings the cam. I got security footage from my party store that I go to all the time, and then I got my footage I was taking after he initially made contact with me, right?
Yeah.
Now, why I will say this, Phil guy, I wasn't the exact politest guy, but then again, I don't have to be. There's no law saying I have to be polite to him. But at
not
the
at
same
all.
time, the way he came at me, I took very rude. You get what I'm saying? Now,
oh yeah, I've had cops do that shit too. They think they want people to not. They hate when people know their rights and say shit to them. They hate that. That is the worst thing.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why I can actually, instead of typing it, because it's a little hard to get the picture when somebody's just typing something. So I'm gonna explain a little something, and then I'll send you the video on Twitter. If you watch the video, please don't share it, but you tell me what you think. You tell me if you think I was in the wrong or not.
Well, like I said before, who am I going to share it with? It's not my property. Number one. Number two, I don't really have anybody to show it to. So
let me explain the situation, right? I woke up. I was getting ready to go work. Every day I go up to the corner store or the gas station for the last 6 years. I've been walking the same path for the last 15 years. Right? Well, I live in a subdivision. There's streets, you know what I mean? People cross the streets all the fucking time. Never mind that. I was walking to the store. I go around the corner. There's 2 cops in the middle of the street when I was, getting onto the street that actually the store's on, right? And, you have to cross the street to get to the opposite side to get to the store. Well, when I came up to that street, I noticed the 2 cops. Instead of totally crossing the street, I got back to the right side and I hugged the curb. You know what I mean? I walked down the curb in the street. Well, I walked in between his black car and the curb. I gave him a head nod, like, saying hi. You know what I mean? When I did that, he was like, "Get out of the street." I'm like, dude, keep in mind, this cop, I got pubic hair that's older than this cop. I guarantee it. You know what I mean? I'm like he's like my son's age. I'm like,
it's always those young ones.
Right. So
always.
He was rude by sitting there being like, "Get out of the street." He could have been like, "Sir," something. He didn't have to come at me like that, but he came at me like, "Get out of the street." So my reply to him was, I'm 44 years old. I don't need your help crossing the street. Thanks. And I continued to walk, right? At a diagonal path street to get to the side of the street that I needed. Well, that's when he did like a little 180 in the middle of the street and fucking started following me. That's when I started recording. And I want to make that very clear. When you see this footage, I want you to look at my feet and where they are from the moment I start recording. I'm on the fucking sidewalk the whole time, bro. So I want you to just watch it. And I also want you to keep in mind after the initial contact, make sure you're listening to what he's saying to me in the car, right? Because I called him a tyrant, and then he made a threat to me, like, "Oh, you think nothing's gonna happen?" And that's when I said, "Fuck you." So I'm pointing out certain points in this video so you can understand. After that initial contact, he continued to let me walk to where I was walking, which was the gas station. All right. During that time, I'm still recording and I'm saying what I'm saying, but I'm saying it to my own camera, right? I go in the gas station, I make my purchase, I come back out. I knew he was going to be there. I was already pissed off that the way he came at me. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to get his name. I'm going to file a complaint on this motherfucker, right? I have him identify himself. That's what pissed him off because that's when he got out of the car and he started following me, told me I was detained, and then arrested me. I'll let you see the rest. And then you tell me what you think.
Well, like I said, it's these young cops. They like to act upon their authority. So that's why they did it. They don't even care nowadays that they're being filmed because.
Listen, let me point out one more thing. When you hear me sit there and say, I want your supervisor, and he says one's on the way, and I say, good, let's wait for your supervisor. There's a parking block in the Party Store's parking lot that I went to turn and sit down on. And that's when he rushed me. That's when he rushed me. You know, like you'll see my video cut off, but I got it. I got the, like I said, I got the store security footage. So where my video cuts off at, you'll still see what's happening off of the Party Store's footage up in the right corner.
When you put that shit on YouTube, you need to find a way to splice those two together.
They are together. I'm gonna send you the video. It's all
no,
together.
I mean like, so you got them connecting.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I don't have is when I was initially starting to cross the street and when he told me to get out of the street. But that's the only thing I don't have recorded. But it might be on their dash cams. And that's why I was like, I hope they do come. I hope they bring the dash cams. They'll see what I did. I went to cross the street. I noticed them and I stopped crossing the street so I wouldn't get in their way. And I went back to the right side of the street.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty much 99% sure that they're not gonna show up because what did they get you for? A misdemeanor or something?
They got me for hold on. I'll read the ticket right now. Hold on. One's a misdemeanor, one's a civil infraction. Hold on.
Oh.
It's all right, I got
should use that ticket as toilet paper. when you go to pay the fine, here you go. And this give it back to them.
This is something else I want you to pay attention to. Make sure you tell me where I interfered, okay? Because this is what he got me with. Interfered with police officer or fire, right? That's the misdemeanor. And then he got the secondary charge, civil infraction. Pedestrian failed to use sidewalk where provided.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit. But I'll tell you the reason why I think they're not going to go to court on that. It's not that big of a deal. And also, police officers, when they go to court, they don't get paid. They have to go on their day off. Or if it's scheduled and they're working, they don't get compensated for that. So if he's scheduled on that day to work and he's got to take time off, he don't get paid for that. So that 12-hour shift at his salary. So that's why I'm saying he'll probably look at that and go, yeah, I'm not, that chances are he's not going to show up.
Yo, if they bring the footage from the jail, if I can, I'm going to say, right, when they were booking me, when they were taking my fingerprints and shit.
Yeah.
The whole time The whole time he's taking my fingerprints. I'm like, so I'm like, are you gonna go home and tell little Janie and little Johnny that you got the big bad mob boss criminal jaywalker off the street? You might make it to the FBI now. You know, I was saying shit like that. And then like they made me strip down, you know what I mean? Because they were gonna put me in the jail cell because they were threatening me. They were like, "Oh, we can keep you until the whole holiday's over," which basically meant they weren't gonna let me out of jail until like the 3rd. You know what I mean?
No,
And
they can't do that.
well, look, that's what they were threatening me with. And I'm like, I don't care how long you guys keep me, whatever. I'm like, I just need to call off work. You know what I mean? But fucking,
Yep.
I was like, you guys do whatever. Because at the end of this, you guys are getting fucked. I'm suing you, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm like, you don't even understand. I didn't. I mean, why I said I was not the most politest. And you know what? Even when I actually was talking to the officer, like when I asked him to identify himself, I'll tell you exactly what I said. I said, identify yourself. He did, no issues. He actually did it pretty quick. So I said, thank you. Have a good day. I went to walk away. He said, stay on the sidewalk. I said, don't worry about me. Protect yourself. Protect the community. That's when he got out of the car and he arrested me, bro. Flat out. Listen to it. When I the video,
You know why? You know why?
uh,
You said protect yourself. In his mind, he's thinking, okay. In his mind, he's probably thinking, okay, now I can do something because he said protect yourself. He's probably going to interpret that as, oh, I'm going to do something to him. Even though you're not, he's probably going to interpret that as, oh, well, you know, I didn't know if he had a knife on me or a gun. He's telling me to protect myself.
I was walking away. I was walking away the whole time. So even if he did, he still couldn't even.
Yeah. But like I said before, too, it was the end of the month. End of the month, the cops have to meet their quota. Yeah. In each city, in each state, it's different. I know in Louisiana is corrupt as shit. But anywhere, usually the end of the month, they have to meet their quotas. Like cops have to write a certain amount of tickets. It's bullshit. That's why I'm saying, like, for your case, chances are they're probably not going to show up. You're going to go there for nothing, and the judge is going to dismiss the case. Now, if they do show up, which is what you want, then you have a case. Either way, I think they're gonna rule in your favor because they're just gonna watch the cam and they're gonna say, well, what was he doing that was so wrong? Because even if you were jaywalking, all the cop had to do was say, please get out the street. Okay, thank you, officer, and that would have been that. They had no grounds to arrest you. Number one, how were you interfering with anything?
Right. He didn't have to talk to me in the first place. He should have never even interacted with me in the first place.
What happened was, this is what I don't do. Don't ever head bop a cop. I did that once. I waved at a cop. Same thing happened, except I was like a teenager. I was coming home from work. I was on my bike. It was 10 o'clock at night. I was in my uniform. There was a cop going down my street. I waved at him on a bike. I was in my driveway, and this guy comes out of the car and all kinds of shit with the horn. Step out of the bike. And my dad just happened to be in the front room. He comes out. He goes, "What's wrong?" They tried to get me. They were like, "Oh, we've had a string of burglaries in the area. Someone's house was robbed, and they're missing a sofa." And my dad's like, "You see, my son's on a bike. How is he going to steal a sofa?" "Oh, well, he fits the description." And I'm in my uniform. They're like, "Oh, where did you go? Where did you come from?" I said, "I was coming home from work." "Oh, well, let's call your job." They're gone. They're home. It's 10 o'clock at night. "Oh, you don't have your boss's number?" My dad was like, "Get off my property, or I swear." He goes, "I know people in this town. You will get sued." And he brought up the chief's name. He brought up the mayor's name and all this shit, and they just backed down. But
that's just the way I naturally am. I see somebody and if they look at me, I give them a head nod. I say, "What's up?" You know, I don't want to say a nice person. I can be an asshole, but I'm just a decent person. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I do that too. I'll throw my head or I'll wave, but when you do that to cops, that just gives them the right. That doesn't give them the right. That just gives them an excuse to fuck with people. That's all. Cops are supposed to be. They work for us. We're the taxpayers. They work for us. You know, but they want to treat. You know, go after the criminals. They were just probably like, He probably got chewed out. They probably said, Bob, whatever the cop's name is, Bob. You're like 15 tickets. You're 15 tickets behind. You need to go make some arrests. And he probably said, yes, sir, right away.
You know, and the biggest bullshit about it all is like when they had me in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
I for a supervisor or whatever, you know, when the supervisor came, I told him before they even took me, I was like, look, man, I'm like, it didn't go down the way your boy's telling you, because I was even saying that shit in the car, like quit lying, because I could hear what he was saying. And I was like, I recorded it all, man. Just watch my video. And he didn't want to watch my video. When they took me to the jail, the other guy, the other supervisor, didn't want to watch my video. Then when I went up and I filed my complaint, because after I got out of jail, I went up a couple hours later to file a complaint on the officer. And they didn't want to watch my video then. And then I brought the complaint back because I didn't do it there. I just went and picked up the complaint form, filled it out, brought it up the next day. When I brought it up the next day, they still didn't want to see my video. Like, you know, you guys could have avoided all this by simply watching my video and see where I was and see what was happening. See that your officer was harassing me over simply crossing the fucking street and in a subdivision that people do. Like, dude, people borrow milk. People park across the street. So technically speaking, the people that park across the street and they walk out of their houses and they go across the street and start their cars up in the morning before they go to work, are you going to arrest them too? Because that's exactly what I did.
No, you would just, I'm telling you, you would target it because you did the head bob. You just, pretty much, you just gave a reason to this cop. They'll say, I bet you he was probably thinking to himself, he had nothing to do. He was bored. He probably said, yeah, let's go fuck with him. I guarantee you that's what happened.
That's the thing. Mm-hmm. They were on a call. They were on a call because the female officer, she was in the middle of the street and she started pulling forward. And that's the reason why I didn't finish crossing the street. I went back to the right of the street. Well, he was parked next to the curb on the right side of the street. And I walked between his patrol car and the curb and gave him a head nod, basically saying, I'm friendly. Hi. You know, and he's like, get out of the street. And I was like, dude, I'm 44. I don't need your help crossing the street. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? And then from there, it just went south because he like flipped the bitch and he's sitting there talking to shit. And I'm like, dude, I don't need you. Thank you. Goodbye. And he just kept harassing me. And I got a little bit more agitated. And I'm like, look, you fucking tyrant, leave me alone, you know? And that's when, in like what he said in his car, I took as a threat because he was like, what, you think nothing's going to happen? And he pulled off. And I was like, fuck you.
Like I said, I'm 99% sure they're not going to show up. They're not going to show up to court. They're not, because they don't get paid for that. And now, if it was something major, like a traffic thing, possibly. But for that, it probably not. Even if they gave you a small fine, it's not, worth it in the long run for them.
Either way, he gave me a newfound motivation, because I've been talking about wanting to do First Amendment and Second Amendment audits and shit like that, and videos, cop watch videos anyways on my channel for a minute. He definitely gave me the motivation to start it a little bit quicker.
Well, I'll tell you this, like I said, there is a body cam, and I don't think it's his videos. It's probably other people's videos that he puts on his channel. But I can't remember the channel's name. I really wish. I'm subscribed to him, but I can't remember it. But it's like he'll change up for titles. And I'm pretty sure it's not his videos because there's always somebody different in each video. It gets hundreds of thousands of views. And it's for stupid shit. It's like 25-minute, 30-minute videos. Of course, it's clickbait because he'll title it, like Rich Harris gets stopped for traffic ticket. And it's just like her talking to a cop for 20 minutes. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Just make sure you turn off all the things when you put up those videos, because you don't want people stealing your videos and redub them and claiming they're theirs. Because they will do that shit. Because videos like that tend to go viral on YouTube for whatever reason. I mean, I'm not saying yours will go viral, but
no, I'm not.
Hey, you never know. It might.
They like to watch cop watch videos. I watch cop watch videos at fucking work at night, to be honest. Yeah,
I used to do it. Well, when I worked overnight years ago at CVS, The cops used to, cops overnight, they used to be in the store. They would go between us and Walgreens, like when they didn't have a call. Because one of them was always flirting with the pharmacist, because we had two pharmacists on call, usually a male and a female. The shift I worked with, the pharmacist and the tech, they were both females, and it was me and my boss, my manager, who I was 10 years older than my manager at the time. But we would come up in there, and they would have nothing to do, so they would just park the car outside, and they would bullshit all night with us. They would leave when they had to go get a call. I mean, one time a 10-year-old was sleepwalking, and they had to go get him out the middle of the street. And they would, they did that, and they would come back and tell us. There were 2 or 3 times where people were trying to steal fucking nail polish, because nail polish, the main ingredient in nail polish is made to use crystal meth. So they would come overnight. I remember one guy, I'm talking to the main cop, and I forget his name. Most of the cops I know, there was only one cop that didn't like me, and he was grumpy. And he just hated me for whatever reason. But all the cops, they were cool with me. Like, if I ever got into a problem, I would just say, go talk to so-and-so. Nothing happened. But I remember one guy was stealing nail polish, because the main ingredient in nail polish is acetone. Acetone is made for crystal meth. So the meth heads will come up in there, and they'll buy that shit. And, that's a red flag, because we used to have to card people for nail polish, just the same way as you card people for liquor. This guy, and the nail polish is to the front of the store. It used to be at the front of the store. You'd walk into CVS, you turn to the right, it's right there. This guy, I'm talking to the cop right in front of the door, and I see him put the shit. He's wearing like a leather jacket. And I told the cop at the time, I said, turn around. I was just like, and I did the, like, over there. He turned around. He's just standing there. He goes, really? He walks up to him, hey, buddy. And the guy goes, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm getting some stuff from my wife. And he goes, oh, okay. He goes, could you open your jacket, please? He opens his jacket, about 50 bottles pops up. He goes, cop goes, how stupid are you? And the guy goes, I'm not stupid. He goes, I'm a cop, right? He goes, you just stole right in front of a cop. He goes, well, you can't prove it. And the guy goes, you see that camera right there? That's pointed right on you, because there was a camera above my head. He goes, you see this? This is body cam footage. And I'm just like shaking my head. He takes this guy away. He comes back later after about 45 minutes of booking this guy. And he comes in and he goes, this guy was stupid. Like, he's trying to file a complaint and everything against me. And I'm like, okay. He's like, harassment shit. And I'm just like, well, hey, you need me, I'll come testify. Shit. I ain't got nothing else better to do. I work at night. He goes, I wouldn't even go to court over that. He goes, nah. He goes, because chances are they wouldn't, because the store has to press charges, first of all. I don't think they did, because it was less than $500, something like that. But they still took them in anyway. But in situations like that, or in situations in general, what most people don't know is cops don't get paid. If the court date falls on a certain date, the cop has to take that day off. And if they can't get that day off, then they lose their salary for that day. So that's 12 hours at whatever they make, $20, $30 an hour. That's a lot of fucking money. So in most cases, they won't even show up. So honestly, I will be surprised. I hope they do show up in your case. I really hope they do.
They probably will.
But
I don't even think they'll even try to even let it go that far. Look, in my mind, they already found me guilty. Bottom line, they don't care about what I do. They don't want to see my video, nothing. In their eyes, I'm guilty. So I already know.
What? That's how it is with the cops.
Yeah, deep down, I already know what's going to happen. They all play on the same team. The cops, the judges, all that. They're all on the same team. So I get it. So I already know I've accepted my fate, so to speak. But at the same time, I still want my time to show my video, regardless of it through my eyes, because in my opinion, I didn't do anything wrong. Well,
you do know if they don't show up, the judge throws it out and they can't try you again. So they'll throw it out. They'll say case dismissed. And then after that point, then at that point, you can file a lawsuit. Because I've already talked to a judge about something like that happened in the past with me once before. Because when I went to jury duty years ago, my employer tried to fire me. They said, "Oh, if you go to jury duty, you're fired." I told the judge that, and the judge said, "Really? You know that's against the law. They can't do that." He goes, "Here." He wrote something on a piece of paper. He goes, "Give this to your boss. If she fires you," he gave me his phone number. He goes, "Call me. Let me know." He goes, "I'll defend you." He goes, "You'll be a rich man." I don't know what was on that paper. It was in an envelope. I handed it. I come in and I go into work. My boss hands me a pink slip. I hand her the envelope. I said, "Oh, the judge wants you to read this. I don't know what's on it." She opens it up. Her mouth drops. She goes, let me see that pink slip. "Oh, never mind. I was just messing around." She ripped up that thing so fast. Because they cannot.
You can't do that. You can't do that. If you get jury duty, you gotta go jury duty.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The judge told me if they fire you, I should have walked out with that pink slip. Who knew? I would have had a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Stupid me at the time. I gave it back to her. But
that shit like no. Here you go.
I only made like $13 or something like that for 12 hours of jury duty. They don't pay you anything.
Yeah, see, I ain't even worried about all that. That's not what I'm pissed off losing out on my paycheck. You know what I mean? Because like I didn't show up for work. That was the day after the vacation. Everybody knows what happens there. You know, you got to work the day before and the day after for you to get your holiday pay. That's the way it works.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So when I didn't show up that day, guess who didn't get their holiday pay? You know what I mean?
Well, you can sue for that.
That's all I'm really kind of pissed off about. And plus, like the way he was just a fucking asshole. You know, like, dude, I'm a grown ass man walking in a subdivision. There's no cars even coming. And as far as I understand jaywalking, if I'm not impeding traffic or out on a main road or anything, there's no signs or lines. I'm pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the
They
way
can't get you. They can't get you. There's no lawns. Now, where I used to live, right in front of the library, there was the signs and the lawns. You had to press the button and then wait and then walk across the street.
There's nothing like that. It's a subdivision. Kids play in this. They ride their bikes. They fucking play remote control cars. I mean, yeah, we get traffic. Don't get me wrong, but it's a side street. I wasn't on a main street. I wasn't even on a busy street. There was no cars coming. And even if there was, they wouldn't have been able to get through where I was at. Both of them were parked in the middle of the street, impeding traffic.
Honestly, you in the wrong time at the wrong place. They were there fucking with something else. They just took it out on you. That's all.
Yeah, they were on a call or whatever, but they didn't have their lights on or anything like that. They were just both parked in the middle of the street. I walked past them, tried to safely without getting hit because the female officer was getting ready to pull off. So if I would have continued, she probably would have hit me. So that's why I didn't fully cross the street. Like, what the fuck?
I'll tell you what I do. If I see cops, I take alternate routes just to avoid them, because chances are, I mean, like I said, you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. They were probably pissed about something. Let's go fuck with him. That's what happened. You did nothing wrong.
This does nothing for street cred. I mean, what the fuck, bro? I got arrested for jaywalking. Oh my god, I'm a criminal there. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. No, like he was like, it made me giggle. He was like, "You got any warrants or anything like that?" And I was like, "Nope." I'm like, "Dude,
wait.
25 years, bro."
How can they get you for impeding fire? What were they on call for? Were they on call for a fire? Were they on call for, like, you can get around that, but
he got me with. He was trying to get me with interfering. But here's the thing: I never once said a word to him until he said something to me. You get what I'm saying? And then after that was done, I was still walking away. I wasn't even fucking trying to hang out and talk to him. He's the one that turned around and started following me down. Then he went and parked at the corner of the street, right? I went about my business to go make my purchase. I did that. It's all on video. I come back out. He's still at the corner. I'm like, you know what? Let me get his name. I'm going to fucking put a complaint on him because I took what he said to me as a threat. You know what I mean? So I did that. And then at the end of that, he identified himself and I said what I said. Now, I would hope he didn't take that as a threat because I did not mean it, but I said exactly like straight up, thank you. Have a good day. I walked away. He said, stay on the sidewalk. I said, don't worry about me. Just protect yourself and protect the community. That's not a threat.
But you see, he took that. See, cops interpret shit literally, even if it has nothing to do. He picks up on key words. He can tell his supervisor, "Oh, he said protect myself."
Yeah, but okay,
how did I know he didn't have?
Think about this the whole time. Okay, if he can make that case, then I can make the same case with him following me down the street, sitting there saying, "Well, you can get hit by a car if you're in the street, and anything can happen." Da, da, da. Well, what are you trying to say? I could have took that as a threat too. Just like what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
He's just being an asshole.
Exactly. He was being an asshole. He got his feelings hurt because I called him a tyrant and because I identified him because he knew I was going to file a complaint against him. That's what it was. That's exactly what it boils down to be.
But here's the thing.
Was I the most polite person? No, I wasn't. But I don't have to be.
Here's the thing, though. Let's just say you didn't go to him and ask him for his name. You would have walked, if you had to go in that direction to go home, who's to say that you could have walked right past him? He would have stopped you anyway.
Right.
Just because. So it probably wouldn't have mattered in that situation. If he was there waiting for you, if he was sitting there actually waiting for you to come out, you honestly, what you could have did, you could have stayed in there 45 minutes an hour and bought some shit. Then eventually he would have went up in there.
And that's the thing. If he really wanted to arrest me, if what I did was such a huge crime, why did he let me get all the way around the corner to where I was out of his line of sight? I could have ran away if I wanted to. You know what I mean? But no. Like, what the fuck? Obviously, it wasn't that important or whatever. He just got mad when I asked him to identify himself. That's when
you know what happened. Like, he was waiting. He was waiting on the corner. He was waiting on the corner. And when he was waiting on the corner, he probably already had that in his mind. I'm going to get him. Watch. He's got to walk right past me. I'm going to get him. He was waiting for that. He was waiting.
I knew. I even say it on the footage. I'm in the fucking gas station. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm still recording. I knew he was there. I even say I knew he was. I was like, and that's why when you see me come back out, I'm like, this dumb motherfucker. I'm like, you know what? I'm filing a complaint on him. So I walked over to have him identify himself.
I so wish you will. It would have been better if that would have been a live stream and you were walking down the street and you got that actually on live YouTube. If you would have told him this is live on YouTube, they would have just been like, shut the camera off. No, I'm not doing that. No.
That's the thing, man. I wasn't even playing. I was just going, look, every day I wake up, I walk up to the store, I grab 2 Monsters and a pack of cigarettes. I come back home, I get ready for work, and I go to work. That is my routine. That is what I fucking do. That's what I was trying to do that day.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Well, nowadays you got to get ready and prepared. Okay, I got my phone out. Oh, there's a cop. Just like if you're walking from now on, and you see a cop, instantly go live. Instantly, because you never know.
I hit record like after I passed him and I gave him the head nod and he was like, get out of the street, and I was like, I don't need to cross in the street. That's when I pulled my phone out and hit record. So that's where my video starts. So you'll see it all. You'll see it all. You'll hear it all. You'll hear me talking my own shit in my own camera as I'm away from him, walking through the gas station. You know what I mean? And then you'll see when I actually come up to him. When I talk to him in person, I'm pretty fucking polite. You know what I mean? I'm not like saying, oh, fuck you or anything like that. I didn't. I said, can you identify yourself? He's told me his name. I said, thank you. Have a good day. I didn't say fuck you, or anything like that. I didn't say any of that. I did tell him fuck off when he said, oh, you think nothing's going to happen, huh? I took that as a threat, so I told him to fuck off as he was pulling down the road. You'll see that. you'll see what I'm saying, man, when I show you the video. But like I
Yeah.
said, during when he got out of the car and he was like, "Oh, come here, I ain't done with you," and I'm like, "I'm not stopping unless I'm being detained," and he was like, "You're being detained," so I stopped, and I'm like, "Under what crime?" And like he made me ask him like 4 or 5 times, you know what I mean? And he finally, when he got close to me, he was like, "For jaywalking." I'm like, "For jaywalking?" I'm like, "Are you fucking serious?" I was like, "Jaywalking," and he was like, "Give me your ID." I'm like, "I'm not gonna give you my ID." I'm like, "There's not even a fucking crime, dude." I'm like, "I didn't do nothing. I'm not giving you my ID." He's like, "Dude, give me your ID or whatever." I'm like, he's like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Good Citizen." You know what I mean? That's what I told him. I was like, "My name is Good
Yeah.
Citizen." Like, I didn't do shit. I'm like, "Get your supervisor." He's like, "One's on his way." I said, "Good. Well, wait for your supervisor." Right? That's what I said. And I turned to like sit on the parking block that's in the party store's parking lot because that's where we were. There's a big yellow parking block, and I went to sit on that parking block, and he rushed me. And I was like, "You motherfucker, what are you doing, dude?" He's in there like he's grabbing my arm and like throws his feet up. Like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, "I didn't do shit." You know what I mean? Fucking the whole time I'm like, I look over at the female cop. I look over at the female cop and I'm like, "Can you take my phone, please, before it gets broke?" And then like I let him handcuff me and like Pops, the owner of the party store, comes out and like you'll see it on the camera where I smile. Fucking, I'm like, "I'm being arrested for jaywalking." Pops is like, "But you don't never do nothing wrong." I was like, "I know." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "This is stupid." Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "This is dumb." I couldn't believe it, bro. I'm like, I walk this way every single day for the last 6 months. Never had a problem, bro. Never had a problem.
Bradley,
I
what's going on? Appreciate you in the chat. I'm sorry. BH
what up?
Customs popped in.
You're good. What up? What up?
But
Yeah, like I said, man, I haven't even been in trouble in like fucking what, almost 30 years, 20 something. Yeah, dude, I do seriously. And then I go to
you
jail
ought
for
to you
I
ought
go
to
to
get
jail
a
for
picture.
jaywalking.
You ought to get a picture. Wait, did they take a mugshot of you?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
could have the same effect as Trump's mugshot there. Remember when Trump got a mugshot and everybody was like, yeah, 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 you know? You could
I know.
you should do a mugshot, put it on when you release that video to YouTube, put it on it. I did say hello to you, Brock's boy, twice. I said, hey Brock's boy, go LSU. I said it twice. I did say hello. I'll say hello again. Wait, let me start all over. Hi, Brock's boys.
My grandson's going. You hear him? He like a little pterodactyl.
I heard something there.
I
But
gotta come out here to get my other drink. Rawr, rawr, rawr. What's up, big boy?
Bradley had his last mugshot 16 years ago. You ought to use that pitch. I'm telling you, use that when you do put that video on YouTube. Put your mugshot as the picture.
Or I'll do like some handicapped old man. I mean, shit, dude. He literally arrested a grandpa for crossing the street. Man, you must be really proud as a heart.
That should be the title of the video. Old man grandpa gets arrested for walking. For walking. No. Old man grandpa gets arrested for drinking a Monster energy drink. Cops think it's marijuana.
I would be good then because it's legal here. Everything's good here.
That is oh, good Lord. Yeah, I forgot you in Vegas, Bradley. I forgot. Hopefully you were nowhere near that psycho that blew anything up. But somebody go wake up Cajun. He's around somewhere, I'm sure. He might be napping. But I've never stepped foot in Vegas. Maybe one of these days I will. I don't know.
I'm gonna be in there come February.
You know the hotels are probably already going to be taken.
I don't need.
You got to remember.
No, listen, I don't need them. I don't plan to be there that long. I'm just coming down there. I'm getting as close as I can to the stadium, wherever you guys do Listen, wherever you guys do your tailgating parties or whatever for free, I'm just gonna have some barbecue with my son because it's gonna be me and him. We gonna watch the game on our little fucking iPad, and then I'm going home after I after I your guys' food down there.
They do the tailgating across the street, Champion Square. That's where the Saints games before then, because there's no outside of the dome. It's kind of like, I mean, there is, but it's kind of like, so across the street, it's called Champion Square. It's it used to be a building. They demolished it. And it's outdoor. That's where they'll probably have the Super Bowl set up, like they did last time, like the events. But yeah, with all this thing, go Steelers. What? One of the guys, one of the people that passed away in the New Orleans terrorist attack, he was a Saints fan, but his number one team was the Steelers. He rooted for the Steelers, the Saints, and the Chiefs. But they said his number one team was the Steelers. And, but with, well, Mardi Gras this year is on March 4th. So Mardi Gras is going to be after the Super Bowl. I remember last time we had the Super Bowl, Mardi Gras was the same week as the Super Bowl, and it went absolutely apeshit. No, it was I think because Mardi Gras was way early that year. This year it's March 4th. It's always 47 days before Easter. That's usually how they do it. Shit, I already ate me a king cake today. Got me a king cake yesterday. I ate that damn thing already. But I mean, you could probably get into the French Quarter. That's a few blocks from the dome. But chances are, with all the security, you're not going to make it that, especially since what happened a couple of nights ago. Yeah, they're probably going to be checking people's IDs and shit.
Check ours. I'll be down there. Like I said, I'll be down there just like to max. Because I already told my everybody at work, my supervisors, I'm like, if the Lions go to the Super Bowl, I'm like, I'm going down there for a day or two, and they ain't got no issue with it. So me and my son are gonna go down there for a day.
If I don't know
when it's already done, dude.
When
listen, now I'm glad I'm actually up here with you and I can actually talk this out. I told you at the beginning of the season, no more than 2 losses.
Oh, hold on a second. Zanron. We got to bring up the special guest. You know him, you love him. Hell, he's always here. He needs no introduction, so here he is. Wait, I gotta remember to hit the extra button.
Yeah,
oh shit! It's Johnny again. No. There he is.
What's up, Phil guy? What's up, Zanron?
Not much. Sorry about yesterday. My internet cut out.
Oh, ain't no biggie. Mayhem.
I couldn't get back on. My internet's been. Hey, Masha, how you doing? Appreciate you. My internet's been kind of wonky lately.
Nonk's in the house. Nonk Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley's been in here. I said, I don't know where Cajun is. He might be taking a nap.
No, I was trying to hurt all that. I've been trying to get in here for 10 minutes. Get the StreamYard and, get my email, open up the email, a new tab for that.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Just gotta load up, and then and then I gotta pop out the chat. Yeah. All that crap takes 15 minutes.
Yeah,
no, not that long.
Walltown, who that nation? Stats in the building.
Walltown. What's up, Stats? Brock's boys, what's up?
But
who else was in here?
I don't know. We got a lot of. We only had 1 people in here all of a sudden. Now we got 6 or 8. It's weird. But
hold on, let me go get my
Elvis has left the building, I guess.
Hey, here's a funny thing, right, Walltown? Now, we lose to the Buccaneers, the Falcons don't make the playoffs. Now, if by some fluke miracle we beat the Buccaneers, the Falcons win the division and go to the playoffs. So I am rooting for us to lose tomorrow. Because you know how embarrassing it is if I got to say those words, the Falcons and playoffs? That's just no. That just doesn't compute. That's like saying roll and that other word I don't say. No, they actually went down. Well, over the last 28 hours, but I don't know if YouTube counts watching 3 devices at once. I don't know if they still count that against people or not. They changed their term. They changed their rules all of a sudden. Oh, shit. Bill's Mafia is in the house. Well, I hadn't done a stream in a week. My hours, they go up about 10 hours and they go down about 10 hours. But,
Oh, boy.
oh. Well, then again, oh, okay. Long as you know him, Masha, because I'm like, who is that? Because I don't. I think today I only put subscribe for 10 minutes, so I'm learning. But I don't.
You're not going to see Elvis after tomorrow, right? For like a long time, right? He's going to have a mental breakdown and being like.
Nah, he won't. He'll come up in here. You better hope. The Lions have nothing to play for, right? They already have the #1 seed.
Well,
I mean,
if the Vikings win, they'll take #1 seed, but it doesn't matter either way. It's not kicking either team out of the playoffs.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the Lions might rest people. The Vikings might rest people too. So there is a good chance it won't mean anything. The Vikings might win, but then Elvis will be like, the Vikings won. It's like, well, the Lions rest all their players for the playoffs. But
no, we're not resting nobody.
You're a Bills fan. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. You and Doctor Who have a lot in common then. Doctor Who, there's 2 of y'all now. Doctor Who's a Bills fan too.
We're getting
What's that?
We're getting a few players back. Anzalone and somebody else.
Former Saint player. So 6,443. Damn. Yeah, I don't grow anymore, Bradley. I grew pretty fast, and then all of a sudden, I just leveled out. I don't really. Ever since I got hacked 4 or 5 years ago, I just don't. I don't know. Just stay that way. So it's crazy. Huh?
So I just shared you out.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. But I got the rule thing on there. Well, it's usually 20 minutes, so it's 10. But
we're putting the video on like that.
Colt 49 works every time. Holy mackerel. 10,000 watch out. Well, there you go. Well, YouTube likes you, Bradley. I'm telling you. They don't like me too much. They take away my watch. Shit, they took off 2 of my videos from 4 years ago. One was for medical misinformation. Like, I must have said the C word. I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't tell you what I did. But, yeah. So, it's insane. Yeah. Yep.
That was the infamous four-way wreck on the telephone. He's coming. He's on his way.
That's right. He has a mass thing. But yes, I don't even care if we lose tomorrow. If it means having the Falcons not make the playoffs, I'm celebration because you know Walltown. You know who I'm talking about on Twitch. You know that Falcons fan who I don't like. You know he's going to start shit with me if I go on Tiger Stream, even though I got him blocked.
But 49ers, what's up?
Well, YouTube just recently did a purge. So that's why people are losing friends. I lost like 6. But because they're going after inactive channels. You know, they do it a couple times a year. Considering it's the new year, they probably, you know. But you know, Colt, if you want to get more I don't know how many people on Masha's stream do cigars, but I'm sure there's somebody. But yeah, I don't. But yeah, she go on there. But I don't really. I gain 6 or 8, and then it tells me -8 or 9. I literally went from. I literally within 6 months got to 1,500, and then after that, nothing. It's been like the last 5 years. I might have gotten 300. So.
Yeah, like what, 1.8?
Oh yeah, Mayhem is Masha. I forgot. Sorry. But what's that? Senor Garbage.
I said you got 1.8.
Yeah, I know, but I was growing pretty fast. I had 1.5 within six months.
I keep telling
But-
you, do some vertical live streams. You'll get a lot of new people to visit you.
I can't do that on my phone on StreamYards. It'll mess it up. I would have to go through the YouTube thing.
Listen, you can use a green screen and everything, man. It's actually not all that bad.
Yeah, but see, I used to go through YouTube. That's how people will hack. They can go through Google and hack Google. That's how they got me that time. Well, they were getting a lot of people. They were getting a lot of people in the coin community for a while too. I'm pretty sure they took out what's her name? Damn, I'll think of it in a minute. They took his channel out completely. About a year ago, took all his videos down, wiped his channel out, and then what's his name? Dude that lives near me. He lives on the other side. He lives about 40 minutes away. Coin. I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, what's coin channel
Yeah,
name? What's the coin channel name? Or
I'm trying. It was community coin, or I'm trying to remember. You know him and his wife,
yeah,
Lady Kid Nichols. Lady Kid Nichols.
Lady Kid Nichols. That's her husband. Is
Yeah,
coin channel. What's the coin channel name or something?
yeah. Somebody hacked his channel, took all his videos down, left up the private videos.
Damn.
They left it about a year ago. That's why you don't see him anymore. And then he wrote on his thing, he was like, "Thank you for taking this down, because now I can start blah, 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 I can start doing." And he started putting up videos of something else. But yeah, they took all his videos down. And all. And, you know, he probably said, because he never put any precautions in. He's just like, fuck it, whatever, I'm going to do what I want. So it was probably somebody that just wanted to mess around with the channels. And he wasn't even monetized. He only had like 350 subscribers, I think. You know. He had over 1,000 videos up there. They took them all down. The only videos that were left were the private videos. They kept those. Not only that, the person that hacked them also put up a lot of porn stuff on his YouTube also. He had to take all that down.
Wow.
Because he told me about it.
I put a good majority of my lives on private anyway. I mean, that would still leave me with a lot of videos, like a lot.
Yeah. But just remember, if you put your lives on private, you don't. And if you're monetized, well, you're not monetized. But if you put your lives on private, they don't count for watch hours if you're monetized. But in your situation,
put it on unlisted.
You already know.
Yeah.
And it saves them. You get your money if you go unlisted, not private. But Theo told me he puts his on private. The ones that he's got on private, he says he never lost no money on that because he put his almost all his live streams are in private. He says I never lost no money.
They must have changed it then, because that was one of the rules that they had.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But no.
But they said if you put it on unlisted, it say you get your money.
Oh, Bradley's at the Consumer Electronics Show. Okay.
He's setting it up. Like he does with the SEMA shows.
I was in his chat last week, week before. I snuck in for a few minutes. I'm trying to. I've been going through my subscription list, and I got rid of probably 200, 300 dead channels. Let's say they haven't went live in 3 or 4 years. You know, a lot of these coin channels haven't went live in 3 or 4 years. I got rid of them to free up some more subscriptions. Because with me, for whatever reason, when I hit 1,000, YouTube put a restriction on me. I can't add other people, so I had to delete 200-300 channels. So now I can add people back, like, you know. But I'm just like, getting rid of these channels. Ain't streamed in 10 years. Why am I subscribed to them? They're dead channels. You know, so. Well, YouTube doesn't. YouTube has a third party. I can't remember. It starts with a D. I can't remember the name, but when you get a copyright or when you get something else or when this happens, that happens, that's why you can't talk to YouTube. If you're not monetized, you don't matter. You can't, they don't have a phone. I've never dealt with a company where you can't call them. You send them an email, they ignore you. But when you're monetized, you can talk to somebody on the video. They'll respond to you right away. Right. And you know, it's crazy. Like some guy in India, if you know the channel Aqua Chigger, you know Bo, he does coin, he does like you know, the metal detecting and stuff. It's Full Wave in the building. But
there he is.
But some guy from India was taking his videos and they were putting a watermark on it, reversing the, you know, turning it from right to left and just kind of like dubbing music over it, which you can do. But they were stealing his content. And he was making a lot of money off these things. Well, YouTube, well, I wouldn't say YouTube was a third party, but let's just say YouTube. YouTube sent Aqua Chigger a notice saying that they were going to take his channel down. And he's a big YouTuber. He's got a couple of million, 2-3 million. He's a big YouTuber. And he put up a video. It's like, wait a minute. He talked to YouTube and he's like, wait a minute. This person is stealing my videos, getting 10-12 million views on my videos because that person was stealing his videos, filed a complaint saying, oh, they're my videos. I have the watermark and everything. So they were going after Bo. And he finally, YouTube, of course, they don't know nothing about it because they don't do these things. They go through a third party. The third party picks up on it. So he put up a thing. He put out a video. YouTube's going to take down my channel in 24 hours. Blah, blah, blah. It got a shitload of views. And it turns out, in the end, he had to prove that this was his channel. It was stealing his content. But, you know, in the end, he still got his channel. But they didn't take that other channel down. They just took all the videos away. You know, because it's crazy. Oh, this was a guy. This was a guy because he put it on. It was 2 or 3 years ago. Like if you go on Aqua Chigger, AQUACHIGGER. That's his channel. I think he's got a couple of million, if I'm not mistaken. He put out a video a couple weeks back, a couple years ago, I meant to say.
Hey, Brad. Hiya.
See, Bradley, I wake you up at 3:52 in the morning. Of course, by my time, 3:52 in the morning is like 1:52 where you're at.
Okay, I have a question for you, Kate. What's up with the 1964 nickel? I don't know about that. What's going on?
They worth a nickel. They're not worth $5 million. They're worth a nickel.
So you were just making a joke?
I'm making a joke.
Yeah.
Last night? No, I wasn't making a joke. There's several coin channels out there saying that a 1964 nickel, and I still got that nickel right here, 1964. They saying this nickel is worth $200 and something thousand. No, it's not. Man, they made over 1 billion of them.
Well,
3 minutes.
I couldn't tell if you were, being facetious or if you were being serious. I couldn't tell.
No, I wasn't being facetious at all. there's several channels out there, and I put the link. I put the links up for them.
Oh, you know they're going on Pinterest now too. I saw a thing today in my Pinterest file. It said 1969 nickel, $10 million, and I started laughing. Really? Okay. I'm like,
they're doing it with pennies, worthless pennies, all that. Now, like if you own a 19, I showed one. I said, "Who the hell is this?" And that was the title of my live stream. And who is this channel? You know, what the hell? And this guy saying a 1956 Denver penny, wheat penny, you know, and I've got a roll of them. I gave away a whole bunch of them. So I guess I gave away $80 million, you know, because I gave them in I mean, they never seen the daylight until I took them out the road. Me, you know, these are old original bank rolls. And I took them out. I took the pennies out, put them in a flip, and sent them up. Man, I guess I gave away $80 million. This guy's saying they worth, you know, $3 million a piece or what have you. You know, $10 million. You know, that's not true.
Yeah, it's those crazy TikTok. I have no idea. I don't go on TikTok.
Yeah,
but I made a TikTok because like my cousins were like, "Oh, you need TikTok?" I'm like, "No." And I said, "I don't know how to do that." They said, "Hey, well, they wanted, I don't know. They just made me an account." I said, "Here you go." Because TikTok, you need 1,000 people to go live. It's sort of like YouTube, sort of, I guess. But they're like, "Oh, I need a few more people to go live." I'm like, I don't fool with it. But yeah, I've seen these on Pinterest. I had that 1969 nickel, $10 million. I started laughing. I'm like, oh, they're on Pinterest too. But these channels, these AI channels, they have the AI voice. They're starting to sound not like AI. They're starting to sound more like a person. And they put up these fake thumbnails, and they put up these things to grab people. And within 30 days, they got 40,000 subscribers, and they monetized. And that's what Cajun was talking about. They put on there 64 nickel. I think that's the thumbnail was what, 64 nickel. You could be a millionaire or something like that.
Yeah, and if you got this in your pocket, you got $5 million. You know,
if that's the case, we all rich.
Oh yeah. But, and next week I'm gonna be Fuel Guy's gonna be up. I'm gonna have coin channels up, you know, in the panel, coin channels. And we're going to be talking about this, and I'm going to be throwing links out there. You know, I'm going to be throwing links so people can watch that. And, you know, later, you know, they don't have to watch them while I'm live. They can grab them and, you know, right click on them. If you're on a phone, I don't know how to right click on the phone and, you know, save it for later. But
well, if you're on a phone and you click on a link, it's going to bring you to that channel. It's going to take you out the live stream.
Yeah, right.
Well, look, let me ask you.
I'm going to put all those links in my description box.
Yeah. What's up, Dan?
Let's just say you did have a coin or something that's supposed to be worth money. What would you do with it in the first place? Like, where would you even start to
go to PCGS, have it graded, you know, and if it grades as a MS68 or MS69, which that's a rare coin, you know, MS70 is very rare. That's a perfect coin. The most perfect coin you got. You can get coins straight out the mint, straight off out that machine that mints it, okay? That presses it. You can grab that nickel and put it in an airtight or vacuumed air, hermetically sealed with nitrogen in that case. Bring it to PCGS. Say, hey, man, I just got this. I mint from the mint itself. I mean, gloves, and it just fell in here. Boom. Hand it to them. It'd be a MS66, you know, not a perfect coin. But a high-grade coin, don't get me wrong, high grade, yeah. David Carlisle, hello. I saw you.
David Carlisle in the building.
You said you listen to Cajun music every day and you love it. Well, thank you for listening to Cajun music. Or you're listening to it on KBON. KBON. 101.1 on the internet.
Full Wave said he took a bottle of I was like, he took a bottle of hot sauce and dumped it on the privates. No.
That's about what it added to, yeah.
I had to show that for a minute, yeah. That's yeah.
He heard me talking about the other night my
Mud SWAT in the building.
Stir fry and like a hybrid recipe between a Chinese stir fry and pork fried rice. You know, like shrimp fried rice, but this is pork fried rice.
Yeah.
And I combined the two, recipes together, and I did that. And, oyster sauce, it don't take but 2 tablespoons, for a big dish. I'm talking about this will be like 6 plates, okay, of food, 5-6 plates of food. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 3 is all you need,
Uh-huh.
And the same with the soy sauce, 3 tablespoons, like 2 cloves of garlic, minced, grated, whatever. Let's see what else. Ginger, just a piece of ginger about like that, peeled and then grated. Throw that in there. What other seasonings? Oh, some sesame seed oil. About a tablespoon of that, just 1. And that's all your flavors right there. That's all your flavors, stir fry or shrimp fried rice or whatever. But that's, a big meal. Where's the Raging Cajun at?
Elvis hadn't left the building. Elvis hadn't even entered the building yet.
What's up, Mud SWAT?
Elvis is scared. He knows what's going to happen tomorrow.
Elvis is going to have to do that YouTube video, which he's not going to do. He'll have to do that YouTube video and bow down to the...
There's Raging Cajun.
Mud SWAT must be psychic. He said Raging Cajun. And sure enough, he is.
Yeah, before Raging comes in, because I said, where's Raging at?
So that means Elvis is going to pop in because David Carlisle said Elvis.
Yeah.
Raging put out a video last night, right when I dropped. I put this short video out, like I don't know, 1:30 in the morning. I was playing a game, and right before then, I see Raging put out a video. I said he's back to the work, but I didn't get to say this yesterday, but we ain't gonna have many opportunities to play Where in the World is Raging, since Raging said last night on Cajun Stream he's gonna get out of the trucking business and go in the automotive business. So I hope everything works out for you, of course, Raging, But we're going to have to play these last few Where in the World is Raging Cajun in the trucking industry. But, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make it easier. So living that truck life, I'm sure it's crazy. I can never imagine. But it's always good to settle down in one place, and you don't have to work far. You don't have to go far from home to work, and it makes it a little bit easier, But maybe Raging could start filming wherever he works at a dealership or wherever. He could start filming. All right, this is how we take apart a carburetor. I don't know, right? He could be better than that. What's that guy's channel? I can't remember his name. He's got a big freaking following. He clickbaits on purpose. He's an auto mechanic, Scotty somebody. And he even admitted it a few years ago. He goes, I clickbait on purpose because nobody will watch. They'll watch his videos, but he goes, I want people to follow this stuff. So he goes, I'll clickbait thumbnails on purpose. And then they get hooked to the video and they start learning stuff. But I can't remember his name. It was Scotty Garage or Scotty something, or
Scotty
he's got
Scotty Kilmer.
Yeah.
Or...
You know who I'm talking about. He's got a big following.
Is that the one that does? Is that the one that does all that editing every 5 seconds? It's edited,
yep.
And he looks like, I think that's what Pterodactyl. Terrell Fixes All. I think that's where they got what'd they call him? Ronnie or it's his son, but in the skits, they got this guy on Taro's Fixes All. On Saturdays, they got the skits before and after the repair video. And they got his son, got his hair slicked back, just like Scotty. I think that's where Taro got the idea for that character on his.
Probably so. I haven't watched that channel in a couple of years, but yeah, I knew his first name was Scotty, but he's got some good knowledge for like he's not wrong with like, I mean, I don't know much about cars or anything like that. I was just watch his videos for, you know, just for the thing, but he would clickbait it. He'd put a title and it had nothing to do with the video, but it would get a bunch of views. And he even came out and he said, I do this on purpose to get people to watch my videos, because otherwise I'm fixing a carburetor. He's like, who's gonna watch that? And I'm like, I commented, well, some people will, you know.
Well, listen, John, I gotta hop down. I'll stay in chat, but my son's getting ready to come pick up my grandson, and I want to go love on him a little bit before they get here.
Oh, it's all good. Right. Appreciate you popping in the panel, Ron.
Later, Zan.
Later, like I said, I'll stay in chat and I'll still talk in chat in there. But
it's all good.
All right,
appreciate. You too, Zan Ron. All right, we're down to 2. I told a few people I was doing this. I told 2 or 3. I was trying to get Miss Panda in here, but she might be busy. You know, but because most of the people, a lot of them, and you know, Scotty has been in the hospital for the last 2 weeks. The one that I watch, he's had influenza, and he's had spot on his lungs. He's had fluid in his lungs, and you know, Ricky Henderson, the baseball player, passed away influenza a few weeks ago at 65 for that. And
influenza is the flu.
Yeah. So yeah, Scotty's got that, and the only reason I know about that is because his wife was posting on Facebook. He was dizzy and he passed out, and they found spot on his lungs. They found fluid in his lungs. So he's been in the hospital. He's been in the hospital since I think like the December 24th or 23rd. He's been in the hospital a couple of weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever it is. You heard it here, folks. Full Wave likes to eat ass. So, Cajun didn't send you the link?
Yeah, I did.
He sent you the link, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Come on down. See, I sent my link through to Zanron because I had the Twitter. But like I told Zanron, I said Cajun's in no danger. He's 3 hours away from New Orleans. I said he's more closer to the Texas area. I said he's nowhere near.
I'm 80 miles from the line, Texas line. Yeah, that's as the crow flies, you know. By road, you know, further than that. You know, because I got to go south, then I got to go west, and you know the road turns and all of that crap. But that's the shortest point. What's that, my cousin? Yeah.
I don't know. Up here in this cold ass weather.
Oh yeah, boy,
cold ass.
Wait till Monday morning.
What's happening Monday morning? Are we all gonna freeze?
Supposed to.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, I know there's a cold front coming down here.
A big polar Chattanooga choo-choo Polar Express.
Shit, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be like, see, we live in the South. It ain't supposed to be cold down here. Okay, so apparently Mother Nature figured, hey, you know, we're gonna mess up with the South people. We're not used to these 20-degree weather mornings. We ain't used to this. Shit.
Right. Well, it's supposed to be like 28 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna warm up to 40, you know. So.
No, Canada hates us so much they sent all their cold weather down.
Wait.
Man, I wish I'd have
Wait,
known
I'll
you
say
were
this.
coming on earlier, Phil guy. I didn't took my night medicine, man. That's got
That was
me.
a spur of the moment. It was a spur of the moment thing. I've been on since 6. Oh no, 7. I was gonna go on at 6. It was like
You've
a
been on
spur. I
since
wasn't.
7.
Yeah, I've been on
Yeah,
2
you've been
hours.
on since 7. I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot to send
eating.
you. I forgot to send. I sent you a link, but I was so busy talking to Zaron, I forgot to send you a text message. That's my fault.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear no. Missy said Phil guy was live. I'm like, oh, okay. So anyway, well, I checked my email anyhow, and I seen the link. I said, well, let me, so I have to, like I said, get the email. I checked the email on the phone.
Yeah.
That's the fastest one right there. Because this one on the laptop takes a while because I got the live stream is going. I should have just paused it or whatever, and then got the StreamYard up, and then popped the chat out and all that.
That's what I tend to do. When I was on the laptop, that's what I would generally do. Just pause the YouTube and just click the StreamYard, like go right into it.
But that's what I do when I have the StreamYard up. But I like listening to the YouTube part while I'm opening the email, and then it feels it stops whatever until it catches up and all that. Then I'm catching the after effect late part of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I knew I forgot something because I was talking to Zaron, and I said, let me check something, and I was sending him the link. And then I said, because I think I even told him, I said, I'm going to message Cajun. And I just completely forgot. Because Zaron was talking to before
I was
you
eating at 7, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I should have did it at 6. Honestly, I took a nap because I wasn't feeling good. I woke up about 5:30. And
that new medicine I got Thursday or whatever.
Yeah.
No, Monday. Yeah, Monday, not Thursday, Monday. Yesterday was Thursday. Anyway, that new medicine I got.
Today's Saturday.
Yeah, but last Monday on the 30th.
Oh.
Like 4, 5, 6 days ago.
I know we're in 2025. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Usually the first month of the year, I'll say, Happy 2024. Uh-oh.
Which she did. She upped it from 100 milligrams to 300 milligrams 3 times a day. Cool. Yeah. And then I just ate, so that don't help none. Yeah. Oh, so
that's crazy. Yeah.
You know what that means. I'm gonna be horizontal here in a few minutes.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, probably. Like I said, it's my fault. It's not your fault, Aaron. So, because I was already live, and it just like when I sent out the email. I was gonna send you a message before that, and I just completely forgot. And then I was talking to Zaron. He said, "Hey, I want to jump on the panel." So I went to send him a link. I said, "I'll send Cajun. I'll message Cajun." I forgot.
I know, biggie.
Sometimes I do these things like spur of the moment. I just go, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you what. Appreciate you having me up. I'm gonna go ahead and get horizontal.
anytime.
Yeah, I'm about done. I took that medicine around. I don't know. Earlier, and it doesn't take long. It takes about an hour, and it's been over an hour ago.
Yeah, when you start to lay down, it'll kick you. You'll be like out.
Well, then it's gonna take me 5 minutes to get in the bed with my leg like it is, that nerve. I can't hardly walk.
Oh yeah, as it goes back to the last video. what did I say in the last video? No one was harmed in the making of this video.
All right, guys, y'all take it easy. As always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Plutarch.
All right,
Appreciate you, Boudreaux. All righty, let's see. Well, that's just me, you raging.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I heard a little bit last night's stream. My internet was messy last night, but I heard you want to get off the road and go do the mechanic stuff.
Yep. Probably got another month or so on the road. Wife's got a doctor's appointment that is a little iffy, but because we're getting older and stuff is happening, and we got a house, we got a place to live now, and it's just everything I hear is coming stupid.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you. You want to settle down. I mean, if you can get something, yeah.
I want to be home more. Don't get me wrong. I love the trucking industry. It gave me what I needed. I mean,
give you a paycheck.
Yeah, it gave me what I needed.
Yep.
I mean, I met my wife out here, and now that we're both pretty much in agreement of wanting to be home more, I mean, there could be a chance I will do something local in trucking, but I'm really wanting to go into an automotive field.
Yeah, that make a lot of sense.
But OTR is coming to a close.
Yeah. You should do a video the last like the last load, like when you're coming home, you should be like, this is the end, folks. Do like a tribute video. Put that music in there.
Uh-huh.
Something like goofy but sentimental.
Right.
That'll get you the views right there. Then people could be asking, why are you retiring? Why are you stepping down? What's going on? You could, because remember that guy a couple of years ago, that guy did that YouTube video where he said he kicked the trainee off his truck. And like 2 or 3 years after that, it went viral for no reason. He's like, wow. And he did a YouTube live like last year. And he goes, I don't even do trucks anymore. I'm in a completely different field. It went viral. You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, because Night Mosh, I appreciate you popping in. It was about a year and a half ago, because YouTube kept recommending me this video. And for whatever reason, YouTube pushed it. This guy only had, I don't know, he had a couple hundred subscribers. And the name of the video was, I kicked the trainee off my truck. And it was a video, it was like 20 minutes, 30 minutes long, explaining this trainee, and his trainee was acting weird, and he wound up at the end, he kicked him out, he called up the supervisor, and he let him off at a truck stop, I think in Utah or something. And he goes, yeah, because he was sleeping. He wakes up, and this guy's over him, like in the back, like, and like weird shit going on. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. So he did this video. And so YouTube's recommending me this video, which they do sometimes. YouTube likes to push out videos from 3-4 years ago for whatever reason. It gets in. So I'm on this video, and it's got 16,000 comments, and people and it's like a 4 or 5 year old video.
Right.
I don't know the guy's name. I don't know the channel. But if you type in truck, I think the title was I kicked out a trainee off my truck. Something like that. So I'm watching this, and people are like, did you get recommended by YouTube? All these things got like 16,000 comments. I got recommended by YouTube. So he this is about a year and a half ago. So he does a live stream. And YouTube recommended me that live stream, and I don't watch trucking videos. So for whatever reason, they were pushing this guy. This guy got 2-3 million subscribers. And he goes, holy shit. He goes, everybody's watching my old video. And he's like, wow, I can't believe YouTube's pushing this. So he did about a 2-hour live stream. And he goes, I don't know if I'm going to do these. I'm just doing this because I'm getting all these comments. Because he goes, I completely forgot about YouTube. I got off YouTube. He goes, I'm not doing trucking. I think he was doing catering or something now, or security. And so he did a YouTube. He goes, wow. He goes, maybe I'll start doing more of these videos. But he said, he goes, I only had like 400 subscribers. He goes, one morning I woke up, I got 16,000 comments and 2.5 million subscribers. He goes, holy shit. And I'm like, for whatever reason, YouTube pushed this video. And I watched that live stream, but I couldn't tell you the channel or anything like that. I don't know if he's still doing videos and whatever else, but for whatever reason, YouTube just pushed that video. It just fell in the algorithm. And because it kept recommending me that video. Like sometimes I'll get videos and YouTube like recommend, and it's nothing I will even watch. For whatever reason, the algorithm will push. So, make a video like that. I'm retiring from trucking. 3-4 years later, it'll go viral. Right? Like I was telling Sanron when he gets a chance to put his video out there, I said that shit might go viral too. It only takes one video.
Yeah.
I mean, now you're already monetized, but just think if you do a video like that, you get 16,000 views, whatever, million views on a video like that. Shit, you've been making more money than ever, even if it's on one video. But
well, I've got one video that's got over 21,000 on it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I don't have the 1,000 subscriber yet to really get the money from YouTube yet.
I thought you were monetized already.
I am halfway monetized.
Oh, you don't have the 4,000. You got the 500. And okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the easy part, really.
Yeah.
Getting 1,000 subscribers. It's the watch hours that's the pain in the ass.
Well,
I had 3,850 watch hours once and still didn't get monetized. So.
Well, once I get off the road and I'm doing something where I'm home every night, I can start doing live streams every week and doing more videos.
Well, I didn't watch that video, but I noticed you posted one last night.
Yeah.
It came up in my feed, and it was probably 1:30 in the morning. I was like, because I was playing this game, and I said, I was playing this NCAA football 2004. Someone put a comment, what game are you playing? It's in the title, dude. And he goes, what team? And I was Florida A&M, and I was playing Louisiana Lafayette. I was just goofing around. And I was doing this wide receiver pitch back where the quarterback throws it to the receiver catches it, he throws it to the receiver. And it tipped up in the air 50 times. It was just goofy. It got 100 views. Don't get that many views. That Mario short I did got almost 5,000 views. I did that 4 years ago. But now, since shorts count on YouTube, you could do a short up to 3 minutes long, and it counts as a short. Plus, like with Garbage does, the vertical thing on live streams, I can't do that on my phone because it messes my phone up with StreamYards. But if you stream vertical, YouTube's pushing the vertical. Like when you do a live stream, chances are you'll get more views. But I'm not gonna change all this stuff. I've tried to do vertical on my phone in the past with StreamYards, and it messed up my phone. Like the least little movement of my phone, it'll go back and forth, back and forth. I hate that. There's always little tips and tricks to figure that out and such. But Yeah, I would say like the last week you're trucking, just kind of do a montage video. You know, of course, don't show the truck, you know, stuff like that. Do a montage video, put it out there, see what works. I mean, because don't you still share videos to the Harbor Freight thing?
Not
I know
really.
you used to. See, Harbor Freight, I've tried to get a job there 3 times in the last couple of months, and they got all these hiring. I call them up. Oh, we're fully staffed, and I go, you have it all on the job boards. It's like 19 bucks an hour full time. I'm like, hey, you know, shit. I know wrenches. I'll learn shit.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah,
had.
Harbor Freight ain't really doing nothing for me, so I ain't gonna take the extra effort to post video or review videos on their shit.
Yeah, I mean, it might get you some views here or there, but yeah, it's like they're not promoting your videos. They're not promoting Raging Cajun YouTube, so.
No,
I
they
mean,
ain't really doing anything. So, I mean, the videos they get views.
yeah.
I mean, I'm doing my U.S. General toolboxes, the tours on them, but as for full-on in-store reviews, I might do one here or there, but I'm not gonna go out of my way anymore and do that stuff.
No, I wouldn't. We had probably about 2 or 3 months before we closed, before my store closed. Of course, the whole company's closed now. They left. They actually they closed on the 15th. They left whatever they had in the stores. People like, oh, I'll buy it. Closing shit. They just walked away because they were telling us, oh, we just want the stock profit to go up. They didn't even care about the shit. Our store, we got everything out of our store except the shelves. The last 2 boxes, my boss, last 2 baskets, he bought it and gave it to Goodwill. We had everything out of our store, no problem. But they were supposed to stay open until the new year, and then they just told everybody 2 days before, it's the 15th, we're done, because people were posting videos, and one video's got like all kinds of tools and shit in it. They just left it. They just locked it up and walked out the building. But we had about probably 3 or 4 months prior, we had a blue Cobalt. I probably told you about this, so I know I showed Cajun a picture. Brand new.
I think your boss bought it.
Yeah, he bought it for $1. I was telling what's his name? I was like, come down here and get it. I was gonna buy it. I said, but then again, I don't know how I would have got it home, but it was brand new. They put the tools in it and stuff, and he bought it. He bought it for $1. Him and my store manager at the time and my assistant manager, they bought all the shit. My assistant manager bought the generator and all the shit in the back, important shit, for like $250 because that was mandated. That was a company thing where they had to spend certain things because that was out. But the Cobalt thing came off the truck. It wasn't like a mandated thing, so my boss was just like, I'm buying this for $1. Fuck that. I'm like, do you really need that? He's like, no, but it was brand new. And I'm just like, man, I said I could have sold that for 200 something bucks to somebody. We had that. We had 3 or 4 black ones that sold pretty fast, brand new. We would get Cobalt stuff every once in a while, like brand new, nothing wrong with it. Like the box might have like a little dent in it, and that's probably why they got rid of it, or it was an older model. But I'd taken a picture of it. I sent it to Cajun a while back, and it's brand new, like shining blue, everything. And my coworker put the thing together. I was standing there watching. He put all the tools in there, and he bought it. He bought it all with the tools and everything. He just said, "Fuck, I'm giving." He goes $1, because at that point the store didn't care. They were just like, "Get this shit out of here." They didn't care. He just like, "Fuck it, $1." I bought a lot of shit for $1. I bought our microwave for $10. I bought my paper shredder for $5. Paper shredder in the office. I bought a Christmas tree, $600 Christmas tree for $15, fully decorated. Yeah, they were just like, Let's get rid of this shit. They even told us we don't care if we make a profit. They filed Chapter 11. They just said we just got to get rid of this shit. Fuck that. I was like, I grabbed a bunch of the toilet papers for free, the soaps. I got some of the shoes. I put it on the side. I put it on the side. 2 or 3 of the shoes I never did fucking pay for. I said I'm gonna pay for it. Boss is like, yours. He's like, it's yours. Okay, fuck it. It's mine. All right, fuck this. I got a big bag of shit. Now I paid $25 for a big old basket. I got about 50,000 pairs of shoes in my. I haven't sold any yet, but I got a bunch of those. I got one T-shirt. I should have geared up on the shirts. I grabbed an Anchorman women's shirt, but my boss was just like, towards the end, we didn't have that much left. He goes, whatever you want, fucking take it. He goes, I don't care. It's free. Fuck it. It's free for you. Just don't tell anybody. All right, fuck this shit. The employees, we just putting shit in bags. Just fucking, all right. I mean, I got like all kinds of fucking shit I can sell. I mostly got women's shoes though, but I was trying to get this Nike pair of size 11. It didn't have a tag on it. I was gonna make a tag for $1 because the tag things can't go below $1. And somebody grabbed it, and I was gonna get these pair of Vans for $1 too. Somebody grabbed that. I had a hiding space, and my boss, one of my assistants, put it back. I'm like, motherfucker. But we were doing fill up your basket, $25.
Damn.
All right, fuck this shit. But yeah, my boss towards the end, he's like, fuck it, we gotta get rid of this shit. I mean, we had 4 days left. Our store didn't have a lot of shit in it. So we got, after I left, there were only like 2 baskets left. My boss bought them for $5 and just gave them the goodwill. So fuck it. We went back the next day. They didn't even pay us for the next day. And because they closed 2 days before Thanksgiving, they screwed us out of holiday pay. So I didn't get that either. I did get my vacation pay. Thank God, because that was a whole check. Because we closed on a Monday. The week starts on a Monday. But we had to go back in Tuesday. And they wanted me to load shit up. I said, no, I'm not doing that shit. We went there. We had a barbecue. We ate some food. And everybody brought food and shit. They were supposed to pay us for that day. They put us in the clock. And they said, okay, we clocked everybody. It was 9 to 2. And they said, okay, we got you all on the computer. You'll get paid for that day. We get our paycheck, no Tuesday. And I called up and I said, yeah, what's the problem? Oh, we closed on the 15th. Y'all were in the building at the 16th. And it even says in the paper, we may need y'all in the building 2 or 3 extra days, but you will get paid. No, they didn't pay us. But they paid we were supposed to get a $1,000 Christmas bonus after the store sold or went under 30 days after. They gave us $250 and said, this is final. This is final, no dispute, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, geez, really? We got that. And we got that last week, like a $250 retention bonus. And I'm just like, damn, motherfuckers. But, yeah, some of the stores left a bunch of shit and they just closed. They just like, fuck it. Because the project manager was coming in our store and he even told me, we don't even care if we make a profit or not. It's just for the stock options. Okay. We're trying to get the stock options up to a point. Because the company that owned it, Hilco, they own a bunch of other companies. They buy and flip. But Hilco bought this company from KKR. KKR flips too. KKR owned Toys R Us and they closed that down. KKR owns Safeway. They own a couple other places, but Hilco owns a lot of businesses, small businesses. They bought this. They bought dirt cheap from KKR. They assumed all of KKR's debt. KKR ran that place into the ground. That was why I left the first time. They ran it to the ground, and Hilco, they never paid any of their vendors. The only vendor they paid was Lowe's. They didn't pay. They owed $6.5 million to. They owed $15 million to Target. They owed $6.5 million to Amazon. They had outstanding debts of well over $76 million. They went out. They told the judge, "We're not paying any of this." They actually borrowed a bunch of money, but they basically came out and said, "Well, we don't even care about making a profit anymore." because we're just going to incorporate this and we'll still own the rights, and then later on we can sell, because they were going to sell the company. They had prospective buyers, and for whatever reason, they just decided, we're going to close it. See, Big Lots is closing too. I mean, the one out here is closing. They had sold the company to somebody, and then the deal went through, and they just said, fuck it, we're closing it. But somebody owns the rights to Big Lots. They may reopen it. But our store, our company, they actually had
on the news where they are saving the Big Lots.
Yeah, well, the one out here is closing though, because it's got a sign that says closing. I mean, I can go up in there and ask them, but some company, because I seen the thing on WLOX, the Mississippi station, said somebody is buying the rights to the company and trying to keep the stores open. But a few days ago, they put a sign on the Big Lots out here, and it says closing. So, and I knew they were closing for a while. So I don't know, but the job boards still have Big Lots, listed. So who knows really? But I saw that article too. But see, our company, they fucked up on purpose. They were just, when they told me basically, because they put up the signs, they didn't even tell anybody. This is how they did it. This is how they did it, right? They sent us signs that said store closing 6 weeks before they announced it. And they sent it to our store. And I was there that night, and I was working, and my boss was like, they sent the store. She goes, look at that. So we were looking at it. So we call up next morning, and they said, we sent that by mistake. But just in case, keep it. Because they sent the yellow things where it said, the things were for sale, the aisles, the shelving, and store closing. 6 weeks before they announced it. So we were like, oh, shit. And then one day the project manager out of the blue comes in there and starts hanging up store closing. Look, people are like, y'all closing? I'm like, that's news to me, because I never figured that company would close. But when I went back there in April, the new CEO took over, and I'm just like, this doesn't have the feel. Because when I worked for that company the first time, everything was really low, and you can get deals. This time it's kind of like shit was inflated. They would buy stuff for like pennies, and let's say Target had it for $8. They would put a dirt cheap sticker on there for $25, and people would look it up on their phone, and they would go, "This is only worth Target selling it for $8," and they go, "Nah, take it or leave it." And so they alienated a lot of people. I mean, we were doing business for it. Slowed the last 2 or 3 months before they announced it. We were only making like $2,000-3,000 a month. I mean, $2,000-3,000 a week. There were some days where we were making, the weekends we always made like $10,000-11,000 a day. But there was we were supposed to average like $30,000 a week. There was one week we only made like $12,000. I was like, oh shit. So yeah, they kind of put their foot in their mouth. It's like what Party City did. Party City pretty much just, they came out and they said something, and they just they didn't even have to announce it, and they announced something, and it messed everything up. And they said, we're just closing our stores. And they just closed them last week. Like they basically came out and I forgot exactly what they said. They came out and they said something, and people were saying they didn't even say that, because they didn't even declare bankrupt. They just came out and said, we're closing our stores. Bye. I'm just like, really? But it's crazy. But so I knew we didn't even get my store. We didn't even get a closing date until about 2 weeks before it happened. Some stores, they didn't even know the closing date for the entire company. They just announced it like December 15th. They announced it December 13th. They said all stores are closing on the 15th regardless. So a lot of the stores, like Picayune, Hattiesburg, they left whatever was left in there, they left it. They just left it, locked the doors, changed the codes, and said bye. They're still paying for the store and everything. I passed by my store the other day, and I looked in there. I'm like, let me see if these idiots actually locked the door. And I pulled it. And I was like, yeah, it's locked. But I know the code anyway. You know what they changed all the codes to? Zeros. All zeros. That's how stupid they are. So they told us. They said the alarm is all zeros. Okay. Like, what do I care? I said, wait until the bums break in. Because the bums, they break in the Rouse's. Rouse's left next door. They're always going in there and setting the fire alarm off. I said, the bums are already probably living in there because they had left the tables. The whole roof leaks. The roof leaks. It's probably all flooded in there by now, considering it. They sold everything. They sold the wet floor signs, the mops. I did a video of it, and I put it on YouTube. Instant copyright. Instant. Why? Because a freaking Taylor Swift song was playing over the loudspeaker. I'm just like, seriously? Like, I see videos all the time where people walk in stores, and there's music playing on it. Nothing happens to them. I instantly got hit with a cop. I had to take it down. But it's me. If I ever get my, I put it on the Facebook thing, but if I ever get video, I should have put it on the Insiders page. But it's just me walking around showing. There's a few shelving, and they left a bunch of the shelves, some of the tables, some of the, but they probably made money off of that whole thing.
More likely.
Oh yeah, they said they didn't care about it, but they sold stuff that they inherited, like the floor buffer that was broken. Some guy came in and fixed it, and he bought that for $200. They sold the things they had for the Hong Kong flu, the shields. They sold those for $10 each. They sold everything. They ripped off the hand dispensers. They sold those for $5. They ripped them off the wall. One lady came in and bought all the trash bags. No, they were like, they had a sign. They came up with the corporate thing, and they were like, wet floor signs, $4. 99% of that shit sold. Some guy kept bugging us. He was going to buy all the clothes racks. He goes, oh, I work for a welding machine. I work refrigeration, HVAC. He goes, you know how much this shit costs? He goes, Home Depot, a foot of that cost $60. And we had about 40 clothes racks. He bought 3 of them. He said he was going to spend $2,000. He kept coming in the store. We pushed all those shit to the side. He comes in a week before we close. Can you put all that stuff outside? I'll come back and pay for it. Absolutely not. He goes, we put that stuff outside, we get sued by the landlord. So, we pushed it in the warehouse, and the last I was there, it was in the warehouse. I didn't film the warehouse, though, because the employees were in there. But we took all the clothes, and we left them in the warehouse. I actually wrote on the wall. Somebody wrote on a wall, store open. I wrote, store closing, RIP. I should have wrote. Damn. I should have wrote, this place will never die. But somebody will eventually put in there. It used to be a Campo back in the day, and an A1 moved in there. The guy that owns the buildings, most of the buildings are abandoned now in that area. He won't fix anything. I mean, our roof was leaking. When I was there, when it rained, roof. So considering nobody's probably been in that store in probably a good month or so, that store's probably flooded already. So, but damn shame. Damn shame that they just went under like that. There was no reason for it to go under. Store was making money. We only had 13 employees, and 6 of them were part-time. It's not like they wasn't spending a whole lot on labor. I mean, labor was like, they said labor 12%. Sometimes we were at 8%, 6% labor, meaning 3 of us all day. So it's not like they were, they just got greedy. They wanted to buy it and flip it. That's what happened. And they figured out they couldn't get out of the debt. I knew something was going on when I went back, and I'm just like, something's wrong about this. Like, it wasn't even the same And then about 2 months after I went back, then they said, oh, let's do it the old way, and started doing the old things again. Like the way it was from the last company, except they didn't lower the prices. They would blatantly take something for $2, mark it up at like $40, and leave the $2 price tag on there. Customers would go, oh, this is $2. And they were like, no, it's $40. Don't go by that tag. And we'd have to, they'd do that with shoes sometimes. I'd rip off the price tags. I'm like, okay, they got these shoes on here, $2 sandals, and they'd have an $18 price tag on it. Okay. And it's like, all right, I'll show you. Well, I ripped off the tag, but you probably still see it. Like these are the generic tags. So this is for one of the shoes I bought. I ripped off the tag, but it has the main tag on there.
Yeah, Ross and Marshalls usually do that too.
Yeah. Marshalls will do that to an extent. I did work for Marshalls before I went back to Dirt Cheap. Marshalls will do that, but they'll put a red tag. No, they'll put a yellow tag first, and then they'll put a red tag on top of the yellow tag. And the red tag is like a final price. But Marshalls will do that to an extent, because I was there for, I don't know what, 6 months, 8 months. Wasn't there too long. They didn't want to pay me. Yeah, you work for a job, and I was only getting like 10 hours a week. I'm just like, I can't do this shit. I'm not a young kid. I was doing shoes, but I got some things. I got tags, more tags. Oh, yeah, I gotta burn the shirts. I still got the work shirts. I gotta burn those. I shredded my name tag. I said, fuck this. Poetic Justice. I bought the shredder. Anything I had with that thing on there, I shredded it. Poetic Justice. I mean, I still had my work shirts. They screwed me out of that. They overcharged me for my work shirts. It was supposed to be $12. They charged me $32. Damn. Never got my money back. So they jewed me out of $20. I eventually got my money back because I would get drinks, and cashier wouldn't ring me up for it. She's like, nah, go ahead, fuck it. So I would get Dunkin' Donuts. I get coffees for free. I get, towards the end, I was getting shit for free. Boss was like, go get what you want, fuck it. He goes, we got to get rid of this shit. He goes, I don't care if you pay for it or not. Because they didn't care. The project manager was like, he's like, I don't care if you pay for it. Just don't tell the customers.
Right.
Fuck that. Like the Mexicans would come in, oh, $2? And they'd be like $20. Mexican family came in. We had a bunch of underwear and stuff. Mexicans say, $2? My boss said, fuck it, I don't care. Go ahead. He goes, take the whole damn thing. Let me tell you, about Mexican 50 people, they filled up them garbage bags fast. He actually wanted to charge him $2 for a bag. He goes, $2? Cashier just said, fucking $2 for all of it. We got to get rid of it. So they bought like 18 bags of like underwear, men's and women's, for $2. They flipped that shit. Yeah, toward the last week. Oh, the last week. Oh, the Mexicans always coming up in. We'd have a price tag, $20. Oh, no. I had a lady one time, I told her it was $1. She go, 20 cents? No. Oh, that's too much. They would come in there with like baskets full of shit and buy 2 items. And I'm like, are you serious? The price is right on there. It would say $3. Oh, no, $1? $3. Oh, no, I don't. No one. I'm just like, this ain't Mexico. Towards the end, I didn't really give a fuck. So I was just like, oh, $2? Yeah, fine, whatever. I don't care. I don't give a shit here. Because we had to get rid of this shit. I'm just like, fuck it. Name your own price. I don't fucking care here. They come up to me, $2? Yeah, sure, fuck it. I don't care. I would just check them out. Whatever price they said, I gave it to them for that. Unless they pissed me off, then I double charged them. Fuck that. Like one lady kept saying, They had this Christmas set. It was $350. She goes, $3? $3? No. $3? No. $3? No. She come in every day, 2 months, and asking me for this. Finally, I said, she goes, oh, where's it at? I sold it. How much you sold it for? And I'm like, $100. And she pulls out $3. She goes, $3. I'm like, no. I hated them people. I literally, you walk up to them, hi, how you doing? How much? How much? That's that thing. Hi, how you doing today? How much? And then they always had their kids with them because they didn't speak fucking English. And their mother would go.
Right.
And one time I said something. I said, you need to learn the goddamn English. And the kid's like, well, you shouldn't say that to customers. And I said, well, they shouldn't be harassing me for asking how much, how much, how much. We tell them how much. I would say $247. How much? And they would lean over to the screen and look at the screen. And I'm just like, can you move away from the damn screen, please? I'm trying to do my job. Oh no. $3? Oh no. And I'd ring it up and I'd be like, they would have a whole basket full of shit. Let's say 80 pairs of clothes. They would have, sometimes they bring up 42 things, 50 things, and the price would be $60. And they go, oh no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. And we had a guy, he quit like 2 months before the store went, but this guy was really anal. We couldn't do more than 3 voids. We'd have to restart the whole transaction. And I tell these Mexicans, look, any more than 3 voids, I got to ring this shit up again. So I'm telling you right now, we get past 3 voids, I walk away. And I said, please, and I tell the kids, please let her know, please let them know, I can't do many voids. So I'm going to ring this shit up. I'm going to tell them, okay, can't do that. And one lady had to ring it up 2-3 times. I'm like, she walked out, she come back, and I'm like, shit, I'm not doing this shit. So we had to do another thing. So luckily that guy quit. So like the last 6 weeks, nobody really gave a shit about anything. They wasn't giving us, like, they basically said, if your store gets a truck, you're staying open. If you don't get a truck, you're not staying open. They didn't even bother to tell us. Then one day they called the conference and said, y'all closing in a week. Y'all closing in a few weeks. And that was it. They were so disorganized.
Look, I'm sitting there.
Huh?
I'm sitting there tonight at the customer. And I'm sitting there getting ready to start doing my paperwork and everything like that and start my pre-trip and everything like that. And the driver comes up to my door. You go park in the other lot. Speaking like he's from Russia or some shit like that. I'm like, dude, I'm doing my paperwork, doing my pre-trip. When I'm done and ready to go, then I'll leave. I'm like, go on with your fucking self. He didn't even work for the company.
I'd be like, you know, that's a good way to get shot, right? Walking up to a trucker. They don't know what the hell you're doing.
He's like, you're not supposed to park over here. I'm like, dude, I'm just doing my paperwork. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm going somewhere.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, you want me to park? I'd put that sumbitch in reverse. I'm parking right there in front of your business now.
Well, he was another trucker. He was another driver.
Oh.
He didn't even drive for the. He wasn't even a company driver for the people I was picking up at.
Huh. Why the hell is he worried about you then?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. People stick their nose in their business. It's like, yeah, I would have been like, who are you? Do you have any authority to tell me to move? No, you don't. Get the fuck away from me. Goodbye.
Then you pull into these truck stops and you try to get fuel and you got people sitting in the fuel lane for an hour, not getting fuel. I'm like, that's part of the reason why we're leaving the industry. I mean, it's getting too ridiculous out here. There's really no more common courtesy.
Oh no, that shit went out the window long ago. It just gets worse with new generations popping up. It's just like, nope, I'm gonna do what I do with this and that, and it is crazy.
Oh shit.
That's why I always see on the job boards, trucking available, trucker. Nobody wants to do that shit.
No, they're not paying anymore.
No, they're running ads over here all the time about start now, $2,000 bonus. I'm just like, what the hell is that? Like really, $2,000? Make it $20,000. Maybe you got a deal.
Right.
I don't know much about trucking, but obviously you got to pay for this, you got to pay for that, you got to get a license, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's costing you more.
Yeah.
So they always have to have truckers.
Yeah, you want your shit on the shelf? You got to have somebody to deliver it.
I remember one time this guy, when I worked at Walmart, one of the truckers was like, "Oh, they don't pay us that much money." And I go, "Well, Walmart's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They have to pay the truckers good." He goes, "Well, I only get paid like $26 an hour." And I'm like, and this was 15 years ago. And I'm just like, shit, $26 an hour is a lot of money. Considering I was only making $10 an hour at working for Walmart back then. I mean, I don't know what truckers average or whatever, but he was just like $26 an hour is an insult. I'm like, yeah, but you get paid for mileage. And he goes, yeah, but that's like 20 cents a mile or something. I'm like, well, dude, if you're driving 200-300 miles, that's something. Shit. Walmart's distribution centers in Robert, one of them, and that was that's, I don't know, 40, 50 miles away from the Walmart I worked at. So make that trip back and forth, that's something. Not like you're paying for your own gas.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. Like this truck driver was complaining, like, I only make this much. I'm like, that's more than I make. And all you got to do is fucking drive a truck. It's not like you load the trucks. The truck driver that we worked at for Walmart, he goes, I'm not unloading the truck. That's y'all's. He would just drop the truck off if they buy. Unless it was something that absolutely had to be unloaded. Then, like if it was the other side of the store, then I remember like certain truck drivers would actually come and help you. They didn't have to, but some of them would. It would help you unload it because, like, if they had to go somewhere pretty fast, they would just like, come on, let's get this shit. Let's just get it unloaded. I'm just like, all right. Yeah, I remember when they were complaining about that. I'm just like, okay, $26 is a lot of money to me. It probably ain't a lot of money now, but still. But in 2009, that was a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to hop off here because I got my AC cranked up to keep my phone cool, and it's getting a little chilly in this truck.
Man, no problem. Shit, I haven't talked for almost 3 hours now.
16 degrees out here, and I got the AC cranked down to 60 degrees. Yeah, it's getting cold.
Where you at tonight?
Up here in Illinois.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you go through Chicago, throw something.
I came out of Chicago.
Oh, well, I hope you stopped at all the restrooms and took a nice dump. Leave them a present. They deserve it. Well, not the people. I'm talking about the representatives up there.
Yeah.
Especially the mayor.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thanks for the link.
No problem.
If there's anybody in the chat, y'all have a safe week. I hope y'all gonna have a great weekend. But nonetheless, y'all keep those wheels spinning, you beavers. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.
See you later, Rayson. Alrighty. Oh yeah, Chicago's corrupted up there with the mayor and governor and shit. That's all Democrats up there. That's why I was saying that when he said Illinois. He goes, I already passed through Chicago. I was like, yeah, that's why I kind of, you know, did that on there. But, let's see. Well, I got to charge my phone in a few minutes. It's at 25%. But what did we learn tonight? Full Wave likes to eat ass. I mean, he said it right there in the comment. Elvis did not come in chat tonight, unfortunately. He got scared because Zamron was up here. So we learned a valuable lesson. We met another Bills fan tonight. How about that? There's actually 2 Bills fans out there. I did not expect that, but you know. And we even had a Steelers fan. You know, we'll don't worry. You know, next year hopefully the Saints will be better. But I won't even be that mad Sunday. I won't even be that mad tomorrow. Oh man, I missed. I totally missed the program I was going to watch, but no worries. You get on the roll with stuff. It's all good. But anywho, we had a lot of people in chat tonight, so I'd like to thank Masha, of course, and Xanron for sharing stuff out. Because hey, why not, right? Might as well. So let's see. What else do we have? Oh, I remember this one. Whoop whoop. Brock's boys in the building. Go Tigers. Yeah, sorry, I have to do that every time. I have to see if LSU won tonight. I know Tulane won tonight, so we're good there. Um, hmm. uh, I'm gonna end the stream in a few minutes or so. I'm just trying to. It's getting a bit late. So yes, I'm not even going to be mad if the Saints lose tomorrow, because you know what? The Buccaneers are not our rivals, and if it means the Falcons not making the playoffs, then lose Saints. I'm totally good with that logic. But watch us just win. Just like fucking win. I don't know how we're gonna beat the Bucks. Just watch us have a fluke victory. I'm gonna be happy, but I'll be pissed in the same way. I want the Falcons to not make the Bucks aren't our rivals, so I don't really consider this. The Bucks are gonna be one and done. They make the playoffs and they never win. They always lose. So I wouldn't put it past them to do that. What else do I got? Okay, so we learned that full wave likes to eat ass. We learned that Elvis is in hiding. He's scared of Zamron's team. One prod. What else? And Masha will rule Canada. She will be, when we make Canada the 51st state, we will make her ruler of Canada. She's a representative of her homeland. So yeah. I think that's about it. I don't know. Anywho, I think I'm gonna wrap this sucker up. So I appreciate Xandron for being in the panel. I appreciate Cajun for being in the panel. I appreciate Raging for being in the panel. I appreciate Brock's Boys. I said hi to him 17 times. Hi, Brock's Boys. That's number 18. And, you know, hey, we top 10 tonight. Maybe I'll get some watch hours, but I appreciate everybody who shared me out. Xandron, Masha, ETC, whoever. Sometimes I do it spur of the moment things. You know, maybe I'll do one tomorrow. Right now, it's kind of so-so. I was going to do a chat last night, but that's when Cajun popped on. So I don't want to compete. Not that we compete. I don't want to go up against anybody. Hi, Brock's Boys. I got to watch some Brock's Boys videos. He's got a few of them out there. I got to play some catch-up. You know, might as well eat some ketchup too while we're at it. I haven't gotten any new stuff in a long time. I'll do that. I'll go on like splurges and see. My goal on eBay is to get everything for less than $1. That's just what I pay, unless it's something like I have to get. Like when I bought that Griffey, or years ago when I bought that Ted Williams, it was kind of an impulse thing. The Griffey, I was just kind of like, I'm gonna get a Griffey one day. Let's just get it tonight. And I did. Griffey actually went up in price again. So if I sell it, I could probably make a few bucks. It's a PSA 8. I have a few PSA cards that I bought for $1. I know I have that 50s football card. I don't know if I ever did a video on that or not. I might have, but I'm not sure. But I don't know. Let's see. We'll wait until 3 hours. We'll do another 2-3 minutes, I guess. Why not? Let's see. Hopefully LSU basketball won tonight. I can, you know, kind of sucks. There's no more college football I don't want to watch, but, but you know. Well, you kind of know you run out of content for this, but maybe I'll show my wacky stickers. I'll do a video of that. I showed them in the last stream. Maybe I'll do. I don't know. I just try to do videos. Showed all my Michael Jordans that time. I just try to do videos and stick with it. You throw stuff up, throw it against the wall and see what sticks. Right? I take my headphones off. But of course, when you go over the whatever mark, they kind of take those away in the long run. So we'll see. Anywho, we'll wrap up the stream. So anybody that watches this in the future, greetings. The best channel on YouTube, in my opinion. Of course, everybody's channel is the best in their opinion. So mine is number 1, but it's really like number 4,276,000,000,000. If that makes any logical sense. All right. So anyway, I'll catch y'all on the next stream. I don't know when that is. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see how things work out. But if I don't see you, I'll probably see you on Cajuns, or I'll see you when I see you. I'm gonna start popping into a bunch of these old coin channels I never went in. So, anyways, y'all have a good night. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. And remember, who dat? And go Tigers.